Too close. Just a little higher. Gotta get the bun in there. I don't know where I had the camera the other day, but I don't like where it is today. I'm really not sure what I'm doing different. I think I was maybe farther away from the camera. It might have been back here. That's better. All right, are we streaming? Are we live? We're live. I'm telling you, if the Islanders are going to be bad, I'm not doing this. And I was really excited to do this season, but like last stream I didn't even get to cheer on a goal, so. Wahlstrom and Bellows in.
Then you factor in who was out of the lineup and is still out of the lineup for the Washington Capitals. They can't afford to miss another chance like this.
I don't know about you, but I'm really frustrated after the game for some of those reasons. But here's what I do know, Brendan. I look at the standings, they're out of the playoffs. They don't have any kind of offense going for them. They have a potential for a 3-game losing streak, right? And they stumble coming out of the gate. That all needs to change if these guys hope to put a win on the board. I say, just win.
So we know that the Islanders lost on the last second goal for Justin Schultz. But how did they lose on the last second goal for Justin Schultz?
Well, we talk about Barry Johnson and the way he's been able to get this team to play so well.
Just come more towards me.
They're tight, particularly in the third period. I mean, they know what to do. And then we listen to Barry talk about they aren't in that playoff mentality mode yet, and that's exactly what happened in the last minute of that hockey game. These guys were sleeping just a little bit, and as we follow this now, Nick Leddy's going to have the puck, and this is what you're supposed to do. Get the puck in deep, and the Islanders get on. One-man forechecker. But we see Pierre Pedro, what is he doing way down there? I mean, he should be back. And even Uncle Leo is in way too tight. And now there's a potential 3-on-2, and then nobody seems to know who to take on that scenario and end up scoring a goal. The bottom line is, Brendan, is that when you're in a situation where you have 1 point secured already, don't give that point away. I mean, you've got to think about defensive hockey. Just before that scenario happened, the Washington Capitals forecheck on 1-4. So the Islanders decided they were going to check 2-on-2. No, that's not how Barry Trotz wants his team to play. So the guys weren't thinking about what they needed to do. They went to sleep a little bit. They paid an awful price. Someone's not in the lineup tonight. You can't blame everybody, but you got to make changes. But disappointing that the Islanders kind of got away from their game.
The Islanders making changes because they're looking for more offense. The bad is that they've only scored 11 goals in 6 games. The good part of that is that Matt Barzal has been involved in 6 of those 11 goals. Which are we seeing yet another step in the evolution of Matt Barzal?
And thank goodness we are, Brendan, because he's been nothing short of sensational. I mean, he missed a bit of training camp, but he certainly hasn't lost a step.
So come on, let's go below 0. And I'm from the sun. Boys.
But he's figuring it out. You go to that slot area where a mistake's made there, and you're going to score goals. Yes, I love the way this guy's playing this year. He's a much better hockey player. He's a much more mature hockey player, and that's a good sign for the Islander fans as well as his teammates.
3 goals now for Matt Barzal. Time now for our Taco Bell take. The Boston Bruins, the only team the Islanders only played once this season. Everything else in these mini 2-game series and so far, Butch, that second game has not gone well for the Islanders.
Well, the only thing I can say, Brendan, is they didn't win the first one, so maybe there wasn't enough pressure on them to win the second one. Well, now there is pressure. As I said, the standings don't go awful well. The Islanders have to take advantage of the players who are missing from the Washington Capitals. This is a golden opportunity. Again, just win, baby.
Caps lose Lars Eller for tonight, but they get Tom Wilson back. Tuesday was the first time since the Islanders and Capitals faced in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and the Islanders took care of the Caps in 5 games in the bubble. They go back at it again tonight.
we adopted Rufus. He was so sweet and tiny. Now he's not so tiny. No, but our apartment is. Luckily with Rocket Mortgage, we can adjust our home loan options, customize our monthly payments, down payments, and our closing costs. Now we can get a home with more space and a yard. Yeah, real big.
Komarov in the top 6, my ass.
Don't let the comfort fool you. Don't let the attention to detail that you believe that a Honda is a delicate machine. You'd be wrong. Underneath every surface that carries a Honda badge, there has always been the capacity to amaze. Rise to the challenge with the rugged performance of the Honda Pilot, Passport, and CR-V. Get financing as low as 0% APR on select 2021 Honda vehicles, available from well-qualified buyers.
Your most life-changing sleep is about what's underneath. This is a Casper mattress. Inside, precisely 1,501 perforations create a cooling system so effective, you won't be awake to notice. Only Casper mattresses are made with 86 supported gel pods to align your spine and eliminate aches and pains. It's the cooling supported comfort
Yeah, of course.
fresh feeling each morning. Only on a Casper mattress. Only at Casper.com.
Don't come over here, we're live streaming.
From Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. tonight, it's the Islanders and the Capitals for the second consecutive game. The Islanders have lost back-to-back games after a 3-1 start. They take on the Capitals following a 3-2 loss in the last second of regulation on Tuesday night.
And now they got to battle Tom Wilson, which will be making a much tougher task for them.
Here we go.
So the Islanders will start and look for a little more energy, which Barry Trotz talks about when his team is playing well. It's contributions from all 4 lines. Cizikas, Clutterbuck, and Martin are out here to start the hockey game.
And they usually set the tempo, so look for them to be very physical and finish the checks every opportunity and try to play that chip and chase game they know so well.
4th line against 4th lines. The Washington Capitals send out Scarbosa along with Daniel Strong and Daniel Carr, a line that contributed one of the 3 goals in the win on Tuesday for Washington. As the Capitals are still without a lot.
He should have started Pajot Bellows Wallstrom to make it up to us. But we'll let it go.
Let's go, Islanders! Alyssa! Stop.
Orlov is not in the lineup, and he's a pretty good offensive player, but yes, when you're missing Kavetsky, you're missing a little bit of offense.
They're missing $27 million in salary from their lineup here tonight. As the pass for Jordan Everly, tried to dump it in, I guess, and he hit that Barzal right in the backside. Puck picked up by Carl.
So come on, let's go. Literally. Go, Jordan. Nice, nice, nice.
That's the checking line for the Washington Capitals. It's Don, Hagelin, and Hathaway will be out against Barzal as much as possible, doesn't it?
So the lines run through on the top of the screen for New York. Now Anthony Beauvillier, who's still on IR.
Oh, Leo on the second line. Sorry, I thought it was going to be sick. Stream status poor.
He was an important cog in the playoff run for the Islanders and hasn't got a lot done so far this season.
McLeody took some contact, kept on moving, trying to throw it to the slot. Taken away by Baxter, charging up ahead with Jacob Vrana. Vrana across. Baxter, Vrana, and Wilson. Top line for the Caps here tonight. As Kiefer Bellows, a chance to advance to center, gets to the center end, dumps it in. It'll be
Let the
Bellows
kids
and
play.
Wallstrom in his season debut on either side of changing back.
There he is.
Line tonight for New York. As they get their first shift together. You know, the Siegenthaler's pass deflected in.
Hold it.
Was moved to the center position by necessity today. Tonight's goaltending matchup brought to you by Audi. As your Tri-State Audi dealer today, get behind the wheel of the Audi model you always wanted. Well, we learned on Tuesday that Varlamov is in fact human. It took 37 capital shots, but the Caps scored 3 times against it.
Well, do I need to end it and restart it? I don't know what the issue is.
98 of his NHL career, Vitek Vanacek playing his 6th NHL game. On the other side, he's got the taxi squad to the starters net. Seems to suit him just fine. 3-0-2 to start his NHL career.
Whatever. Oh, I'm not worrying about that right now.
They're on point each of his first 5 games.
The Caps have played very well in front of them. Brendan, they defended the...
Pajot, 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 Pajot. Get it.
Makes some good saves.
Nice, Bellows.
TJ Oshie able to muscle his way in over the line. Andy Green turns it right back around. Capitals have started the season 4-0-3 as Richard Pine puts one into the glove of Varlamov. We're one of 2 teams that started the season on time that are still undefeated in regulation. Montreal's the other. They're 4-0-2. Is TJ Oshie, which he has to play center tonight. He says he thinks he played a little bit of center in St. Louis, but either way, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, and it'll be a big change. I mean, centerman, particularly in your own show.
If anybody is actually watching, can you tell me how bad the quality of the stream is?
Particularly on the right side, Brendan, he does very, very well, but that's a different game.
It says that there's people watching, but I don't always believe them.
He'll adapt how quickly, well, time will tell.
He played center as a kid growing up, as most gifted hockey players do.
Thank you.
Oh.
This could go down for an ice of a Vanacek or playing. But when he got
Silly Vanacek.
there were a couple of older players that stopped him from playing center. You may have heard of them. Jonathan Taves and Travis Zajac were both on the UND roster in North Dakota.
No icing.
To the way he's been there ever since.
Good decision on his part.
Worked out for everybody.
Come on, 4th line. Where have you been?
Mark leaning on Clark. Clutterbuck being bullied by Chara. Justin Schultz and Matt Barzell are just waiting for an opportunity to grab
Okay,
the
the stream's back in regular quality, so that's good.
Our 2 referees, Francois St. Laurent and Ian Walsh, are the referees tonight. As Barry Trotz stumbles a bit. They changed things, I guess, since he goes there. He's used to the other bench.
I'll tell you one thing, I haven't heard Barry Trotz that angry that I did the other night in his presser. I mean, he was an angry individual, obviously not happy with his team's performance. They did some things go pretty well. They're still a pretty good checking team, but just the way they went about their business was really what I think tipped him off more than everything else. And he's just not getting enough production from other than Barzell's line. There's too many passengers on this train right now, and it needs everybody pulling their own weight.
Dobson to the net.
Oh, Dobby, Dobby, Dobby.
Check was able to make the stop.
Get back, Barzy. You trying to take a penalty?
And punched this one down the wall. Islanders have scored just 11 goals this season. That's the good, or that's the bad. The good is that they've also only allowed 11 goals this season. So they are second from
Nice,
the
nice.
in terms of goals scored and second from the top in terms of goals allowed.
They literally have to win this game, or all my hopes for the season are gonna absolutely plummet.
We'll come back and get it, which I know you like a lot about Noah Dobson's game on Tuesday.
I thought it was the best game of his career. Yes, it's been a short career thus far, but I think it's impressive about him. And he has good hockey sense. We talked about that. But he is skating now, Brendan. Every time he gets the puck, he's not hesitating at all. He's just reacting, and his normal reaction is to get those feet moving. And that's really helped this game.
Shots here in the early
Oh,
goal.
nice pass.
One in favor of the Caps.
Come on, Brock.
Has a step, trying to go back to the short side.
See if I get to celebrate a goal on stream. I cannot believe Leo Komarov is playing on the 2nd line.
Come back upstairs after Vanacek vacated the post, but just couldn't get it where he wanted it to go.
Really nice.
Brock Nelson has some dangles this season.
Both guys kind of stopped.
Go, Josh.
Nelson had an opportunity with good speed and just completely slid right around it. That was around Schultz, I believe. You see the move, well, that's Siegenthaler, and beautiful move by Brock Nelson. Protects the puck. See the body in between, and the player and the puck and just tried to go back up. He had a puck, and he just couldn't quite hang on to it long enough. But a good start for Brock Nelson to have an opportunity. We just haven't seen him with many opportunities, and that translates into very few goals.
Talking about struggles for everybody except for the Barzell's line. One would point out, Brock Nelson scored 2 goals. Both of Nelson's goals were power play goals. So 5-on-5 playing with Bailey and originally Beauvillier. The line just hasn't generated enough.
And you can't be a one-line hockey team in the National Hockey League. You need minimum 2. Your top 6 have to be your top 6.
Here's Zdeno Chara. His first season with the Caps after 14 in Boston. That shot.
Go, go, go. It's Wallstrom.
Schultz, and here's Oliver Wallstrom. Carry ahead.
Oh, he fucked up.
Pulls himself in offside. Wallstrom playing his first NHL game since last November. You can win an Islanders team selling hockey stick in the WBAB Islanders Player to Watch sweepstakes. Listen to Roger and JP on WBAB 102.3 tomorrow morning at 8:50 a.m. and call in for your chance to win. Remember the WBAB Islanders Player to Watch. Noah Dobson.
And he's a good guy to watch right now because he's been certainly last the other night. He was the best defenseman that the Islanders had. Knowledgeable, solid in his own zone. He's just becoming a better and better player each and every day.
And pass here. George against the Caps says Michael Scarbolt is one of the guys in the lineup. We talk about all the injuries the guys missing with COVID for them. Again, TJ Oshie having to play center because he's normally a wing. Michael Scarbolt is getting an opportunity because they need centers and he's available. He's a guy that only has played a couple of NHL games since 2017.
And people can watch him play in the American Hockey League, but they're never sure, Brendan, if he can play in the National Hockey League. This is his opportunity to show scouts and other teams, hey, I can do the job, and give me a chance if something breaks for me.
Not a rookie. He's 28 years old. He's been in the AHL for a long time. This one is knocked past a pitch.
Get back, Noah.
Hustle back as Scarbosa moves it up the right wing wall. The drop pass at the line. Carlson who jumped up.
Go, go, go.
Now it's Clutterbuck with a little bit of room. Clutterbuck on the cutback. Off into the corner. Cizikas and Carlson.
Nice, Casey.
Cizikas taking a look. Feeding the line. Mayfield's shot was blocked.
Get it, get it, get it.
Dillon. Runs there by Clutterbuck. In down the wall.
Nice, Scott.
Pocket hit skates. Fished out of there.
Some sustained zone time would be litty.
Dillon had an assist on Tuesday. Former San Jose
I
Shark.
want you to know
Outside
that
of
I'll
Jim
never
Fields, stay with the
leave.
Caps after coming over the deadline last year. As Mayfield sends it ahead, but couldn't connect to Jordan Everly.
And Yellen, just a good, solid defenseman. Nothing fancy about him. Brendan, he just plays well in his own man. He's got some fight to his game.
Another boring first 7 minutes.
This one, thrown to the front.
Go, Barzy.
Defended well, and Matt Barzell trying to race around Hagelin. Barzell, one hand's in the direction of Everly. He'll come get it himself. Slipped off to Everly.
Really, they don't even know what Barzell's gonna do.
Reversing course into the big skates of Zdeno Chara. Stretch pass ahead. Little room down right here for Hathaway. Closed off on by Pellick, but not out of his own. Hagelin banks it back for Hathaway. Hathaway. Indirectly out for Van.
I didn't know Anne Hathaway was a Washington Capital. That was a cheesy joke. Get it out! He's got it.
Juggles and hangs on. How on offense between these two in the opening 7.5. Scoreless to DC.
I want you to know that I'm never leaving, cause I miss the snow. Till death will be freezing, yeah, you are my home. So come on, let's go. Let's call below zero and hide from the sun. All right, here we go. Ladies, gents. Why don't you just come closer?
Doesn't remember he was a member of the Pittsburgh Penguins last season. But he scored the game winner with 26.4 seconds left on Tuesday to give the Caps the win. He's an offensively gifted defenseman. He's got a goal and assist in each of his last 2 games. Fluttering around here in the front of the net.
No.
Islanders collapse now, and it's Pajot to rescue it. Getting a shift here, Butch, with Nelson and Bailey coming out of the TV timeout. Bailey's shot clock picks it right back up, keeps on moving. Josh Bailey tried to feather it through for Pajot, knocked away.
Pajot's the guy that's got to find his game too, but he was off for the defensive face-off and then took it off the field and offense and got right off it. He definitely got to bring more to the table than he has so far.
Everly on the forecheck, got it to Matt Barzal. Barzal's pass right at the line. They say Thompson didn't hold.
Looked like no, but just a little slow getting up there. With Barzal, you could never be slow getting up there.
I want
because
you
get
to
to the
know
front of the
that
ring.
I'm
He
never
makes some
leaving.
decisions in a hurry.
Cause I'm
Split
Mr.
second thing onside. He might have been at the bench when Barzal let go of that pass.
Exactly right. As soon as he saw it, his eyes probably lit up because he was dead center with an opportunity to get that puck on the net. Noah Dobson's fast becoming a really good defenseman in the NHL.
Shots just 4-2 in favor of the Washington Capitals. Semyon Varlamov saw 37 shots.
I'm just curious, like, how many periods have they spent without scoring a goal this season so far?
Three of a 5-game road trip for the Islanders.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a trip for sure.
Jersey out of the league.
There's Barzy.
Immediately after this, the collision between Everly and Hanklin threw the Islanders in offside.
Everybody trying to get away from some space. Barzal
I want you to know that I'm never leaving cause I'm Mr. Snow till death will be freezing. Yeah, you are my home for all seasons. So come on, let's go below zero and hide from the sun.
They're getting to the center right zone and they're chipping it in. They're not taking any chances. Coach Peter Laviolette said, hey, you do not go around the puck, you get it in deep.
And Hathaway with a pretty good battle before this puck is dropped. Barzal down.
Nice, Barzy. We love to see it.
Barzal nearly 60% on face-offs, albeit he splits time with Anders Lee. The face-off circle on this line, but it's somewhere where you could point to a weakness in his game in previous seasons. That would be enough.
Nice.
He's really improved in that.
Hard work. Fucked up.
Takes a lot of pride in his game. And
Just a little. I feel like we're almost perfect.
The weaknesses over the summer and get a little bit better. Clearly,
Go, Jordan.
that was a game, part of the game that he needed to get better.
Everly drops it. Barzal driving, cuts to the outside.
Nice.
Everly tried to shovel it over for Bellows, who had come off the bench, but they couldn't connect. And now it's Sprong with speed going wide on Mayfield. Daniel Sprong.
This is my final answer for the stream.
As Mayfield is able to pump this one ahead for Kiefer Bellows.
Come on, Kiefer.
Bellows tried to get it deep, didn't get enough behind it. Siegenthaler's pass to start.
The kids have not looked good to start.
That's 2 turnovers for this line already. One with Wellstrom, now that one there with Bellows. That's an area that they just cannot.
They're kids, Butch.
They're strong. He'll try it again. That one keeps rocketing off the backboards. Cleaned up by Pajot. Pajot through center. Moves it to the wing for Wallstrom. Wallstrom snapped the deflected puck and goes in.
Did he score?
That might just be the first NHL goal for Oliver Wallstrom.
He shoots the puck. There's no hesitation at all. So Pajot's playing with 2 guys that love to score.
No way. Did the kids score? Did the kids score?
Smile. Perhaps that'll get the Islander offense going. Certainly for Oliver Wallstrom. You know, he's looking to score, looking to establish himself as a player. And then Pajot moves it to the outside, drives towards the net, and that's a ricochet.
Wow, that was a really weird goal.
About 3 times in his direction. Never a bad play to shoot the puck.
Did it hit Pajot, though? I think it might be Pajot's goal.
Pajot goes right to the net. He sees it go in. That was just as happy for Oliver Wallstrom as he would be.
Is it Wally's goal? This is huge news.
20-year-old Oliver Wallstrom, the 11th overall pick in 2018. As Zekas couldn't get it on goal, but Clutterbuck turns, misfires. Takes it out high. He's known for his shot.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my goodness.
Cizikas.
The Isles' 3rd and 4th line score on consecutive
It's about fucking time.
Identity line for the Islanders. Do what they do best. Get it on
Wally. And Casey, my man.
hanging on, waiting for the
I think that's Casey's goal, right? What a tip. A little tip. Oh, what a tip.
that is.
Casey, let's go. That goalie probably should have had that, but
Just enough to let the puck change direction of the Islanders strike twice in a very short period of time.
okay.
Third line to bring an offense.
Get in the net, Varley.
Well, it's been the problem we talked about for the Islanders with just 11 goals through the first 6 games. They haven't gotten enough from their bottom 6 forwards. Certainly can't say that here in the first period as they score quickly together. Brendan Dillon banks one off of Varlamov.
Today's the day the Caps lose in regulation, ladies.
Just couldn't reach it cleanly and bobbles back out the center. There's Leo Kopp.
Okay, Uncle Leo.
Working in. And that one is hugged by Varlamov. That's been Varlamov surrounded by Capitals.
Where's my phone?
It starts in the aisles. They lead 2-0.
Where is my phone? Hello? Oh, it's right there. I could have scored and he scored. I guess he just had points. I didn't know that was his first NHL goal. Oh, I want to see that reaction with Bellows again.
At Enterprise, peace of mind starts with our complete fleet pledge, curbside rentals, and low-touch transactions. With so many vehicles, so many times,
Fucking Oliver Wahlstrom scored his first NHL goal. And then 18 seconds later, Cizikas scored.
we thought all of them. We're searching the internet, and we're science. There's surprise bills, and there's knowing what you're gonna pay. There's a lab test on your own schedule at home.
Is that how you spell Wahlstrom?
Results you can understand.
Not 100% sure, honestly. W-A-H-L, Strum. Pretty sure. Yeah.
Demand better for your body. Discover your test at EverlyWell.com.
So far for the Islanders, 9:18 left. And as they lead the Caps following 2 goals in 18 seconds. The first of which by 20-year-old Oliver Wahlstrom. He's got a great shot, Butch. The deflection and banking it off the defender. He's probably going to tell a different story to everybody else about how his first NHL goal went.
He might, but I don't know if he'll get away with it now, because back in my day, yeah, you could kind of change the story just a little bit, but...
Let's go, baby!
Yeah, all the videos of the barrel, but he don't care. Put it in the net, that's the bottom line.
You've never changed or exaggerated the story, have you?
No, not at all.
No, I didn't think so.
I want you to know that I'm never leaving. Oh shit, I gotta change the score! I gotta change the score!
Goals are from Wahlstrom and Cizikas. The assist, Pajot on the Wahlstrom goal, Clutterbuck on the Cizikas goal. The first regular season goal for Casey Cizikas in over a year, January 18, 2020, against the Capitals.
Yeah, he had a good year,
I want you to know that I'm never leaving.
That'd be a frustrating time for Casey.
He had 20s here.
Yeah, really could be a penalty to the Capitals.
Just keep it alive, though. Varlamov will start to drip towards the bench as he
Ooh, power play! Come on. Put Wally on the power play. Let's not get crazy.
Is probably over as they drop that puck to the wrong team. We're going to get a power play for the New York Islanders. It's a holding call.
Power play.
We're questioning who's going to handle it makes his way to us.
Maybe Noah thought there was going to be a 5-on-3 and didn't want to give it to him right away. Got a drop pass. There's a little grab, it looks like on the arm.
Yeah, that's a hold.
There's not much of a touch by Hathaway. Now he's got it tight again with the right hand, so he's right there.
First power play of the game for either team. This Islanders power play is brought to you by your Tri-State Volkswagen
Here we go.
dealers.
Pulak scoring on the power play. He's due.
Pollock, Barzell, and Noah Dobson out there for the Islanders. It starts with the Capitals clear. Islanders power play was 0 for 3 against Washington on Tuesday, and now 0 for 5 over the last couple of games.
Let's see if the Islanders make any adjustments on the power play as far as what they try to do with it. If they can get it in control of the offensive zone.
Caps are better. I mean, you're losing 2-0. And we did indeed knock you out of the playoffs in 5 games, but go off.
Barzell makes the pass to gain the line. Anders leads.
This year, maybe they're better so far, but not right this moment, they're not.
Everly drifting and waiting. Back out high. Dobson hands to Everly. Lee battling with Van Riemsdyk in front of the goal. Dobson, Pollock.
Come on, Ryan.
Plays it over now. And it is Everly for Pollock.
Power play sucks.
Pollock over for Dobson.
Dobby Dobby do.
Power play Barzell on the half wall. No attempts so far for the Isles. That deflected puck by Oshie.
They literally can't score a goal for the life of them on the power play.
Could keep that one from leaving the zone.
Not a good power play, Brendan, simply because they didn't get any much towards the net. They had control.
I want you to know.
That's an easy PK for the Washington Capitals for that first 1 minute and 7 seconds. Looking for that perfect play is a one-timer from Ryan Phillips not going to get the job done for you. So, didn't see anything different on that power play. Not very effective. See what happens in the second part.
I said my pregame predictions, the Islanders are going to win 3-1. Nelson scores 1, I think I said. Should have stuck with my Cizikas prediction. Wallstrom. Oh, go for it.
Here it's a 2-minute minor for high sticking as John Carlson took one of the chops.
4-4 for a few minutes. God, I can't believe how little this camera moves. Come on, 4-on-4. Damn it, Wallstrom was going to be on the power play.
After the Nelson high sticking line.
Exactly.
So 4-on-4 here. Capitals working around the offensive zone. 25 more seconds left on it. As
Go.
Sprayed into the slot. Bailey and Pajot up ahead, 2-on-2.
Pajot.
Got the pass for
Oh, Bailey. I'll sing the Josh Bailey song on stream. I'm not embarrassed.
2-on-3 play by both Pajot and Josh Bailey.
Mayfield will wait one more second and then hammer it down to Levino icing as the Islanders killing now. Dangerous Capitals
I
power
want
play.
you to know that
And
I'm
1 for 2 against the Islanders on Tuesday. Good score on that 5-minute
till
major
death
goal
will be
for Fury.
freezing yet.
They're
Shit.
missing a large chunk of their power play unit, most notably Alexander Ovechkin. Throwing up getting Kuznetsov as well. One-timer.
Nice save, Varley.
Handle it as he got it off the glove. And then Pellick.
Oh, Casey.
Sunday clear.
Sorry, you scored. We'll let it go. Maybe, if they don't score here.
Backstrom off the wall. Slid down now for Vrana. Jacob Vrana gives back to Backstrom. Schultz one-timer for
Nice save, Varley.
Nice. Struck away by
Varley, best goal in the league at the moment.
Tough stop there. Here's Backstrom down low. Moving is Vrana. Touched in front for
They need to win like the next 5 games in a row for me to feel comfy that they're going to make the playoffs. Nice.
In New York as they get it cleared down.
PK Oshie thought that Carlson was in the Ovechkin spot. He had moved in for a rebound.
So come on, let's go. But
Traffic red blue line coming out of the box. It's Brock Nelson.
Bieber is back in Washington, but it looked like he was a little early.
Yep. So we obviously have the clock issue on our end, and so Nelson's on the ice. He didn't jump the gun there or anything. And so it is a successful penalty kill, albeit it was 3/4 of one. And the Islanders still up 2-0 after missing out on their first power play and killing off their first penalty. As as they overlapped.
I have to wonder if Tom Wilson is 100%, because we didn't see him on the power play like he's the guy that's sort of in front of the net, and so his ice time has been limited so far in this first period.
We don't know what happened to Tom Wilson, but some of his comments just made you think it was more like a muscle strain or a pull. He said there wouldn't be anything you'd see on video if you went back and looked at it. And of course, that's stemming from his game over the weekend against the Buffalo Sabres. He didn't play Sunday or Tuesday. He comes back in here today. 4 minutes ago here in the second, Carl Hagelin driving wide. Passes off the mark to Dylan.
Nice. Go, go, go.
Picking up with speed. As Anders lay with it. Barzal leads.
Oh.
Save made by Vanacek. Wrapped around the boards. Everly trying to keep it in. Can't, but he does stall the progress. Up, down, and then turn it back around for Anders Lee. Race for impact. Took it from Brendan Dillon. Collision out near the blue line, but this is Siegenthaler to slow things down for Washington.
Barzal ran into Dylan there, right after the play, so Barzal a little feisty on top of that. Let's shoot off on good execution. Anders Lee just couldn't get rid of it quick enough.
I'm telling you, Pajot, Bellows, and Wallstrom could end up being something else. And if Pajot, Bellows, and Wallstrom are good, and Brock, Bailey, and Beauvillier like get it together and like start playing well, the whole team is so solid, right? Like the top 9 is any 3 of those lines could be in the top 6. Ugh. Fuck.
Wilson, I believe, is headed to the penalty box. Islanders back to the power play here on the tail end of the first, already up by 2.
Oh, we're going back on the power play. Neener, neener, neener. I want you to know that I'm never leaving, cause I'm Mr. Snow till death will be freezing.
Personalized experiences with Watson AI will help keep data secure.
Did the NHL tweet about it yet? Sam, when do you want to make the potatoes? Okay.
Be part of the best atmosphere in hockey. Play your seats today at NewYorkIslanders.com/UBS or call 888-NY-ISLES.
Tomorrow after the second, I'm going to have a chance to see where that building is and how far along it is. I'm excited about that. Tom Wilson ended up in the penalty box there on that goal.
They call it for tripping. Islanders back on the power play for the second time. It's brought to you by your Tri-State Volkswagen dealers. Islanders did not manage a shot on goal during their first power play. Islanders have 4 power play goals this season, but all 4 have come in 2 games. Dobson over Pollock, the heavy shot hit the glass. Barzal feeling around.
He was waiting for it.
If he misses, this is where it's going to wind up. Lee trying to box out in front. Barzal trying to sneak a pass through the seam. Never got through for Pollock. He blows the tire. Dobson comes over with a work play to keep it in the offensive zone.
Dobson has been incredible.
Now
As good as Devin Taves. Fuck yeah!
Barzal fed it to the
Anders! That's the captain.
500th NHL game celebrates with a first period power play goal.
And that all starts really with a good board play.
On the power play? Unheard of.
Usually Ryan Boyd hits the car
Nice, Anders. Oh, thank God, they're playing good.
He doesn't get an assist, but he really created the opportunity.
Mike Thompson play on that as well.
Yeah.
He made that backup for Ryan Pollock over the old boards, kept it in the zone. So now the Islanders
Come on, just pepper 'em.
lead here in the first period. Islanders have scored 14 goals this season. 9 of them have come during the first period of play.
Good start for the Islanders. Finish this period off properly.
There's a high shot from Jacob Thrana, kept in by Tom Wilson. Goes down for Carlson. John Carlson put to the glass by Lenny. Green moves it. Bailey
I want
back
you
up
to
here at the
know
same
that
time as
I-
Wilson. Bailey loses, or excuse me, that's Thrana. Bailey lost his glove.
I have to get some guys there, guys. Well,
Minute 20 to go here in the first period, which started awfully slow, but certainly has picked up in the Islanders' favor over the second half of the frame.
I always think Cizikas is Barzell.
18 seconds apart.
I see the 3 and assume.
And it's a 3-goal first period so far for the Orcas. Mayfield trying to run by Connor Sherry. Came over for the Buffalo Sabres. Nick Lenny. Trying to come around the clock. Knocked away. Got Clutterbuck. Moves it away from Ponick. Martin off the boards for Cizikas. Cizikas, one way or another, got that red line. He got deep.
Algado spin around, but knew what he had to do and was determined to get it done, and that was to get it in deep. Now the last shift to Gary Trostler's out there with Pajot. CBS, the rookies out there.
Here's Carr. Washington shoots.
Ooh, nice save, Varley. Come on, one more. Another one.
Up with it is Bellows. He'll chip it in deep. Bellows first on the forecheck. Lead everybody to the puck. Just raise it over the far side. Wallstrom gets it out to the line. Pellick right back down. Glove down by Wallstrom. Steps in. Knocked one off to the corner. Picked up by.
Let's give it a pull-up.
Seconds to work with here.
Just rip it.
5. Right down the wall. Bellows moves out of the way. Bellows trying to tuck it short side.
Oh my God, the Pajot Bellows Wallstrom line looks good.
Saves. The key for me.
Hell yeah, boys.
First period for the Caps.
So you can see what's happening.
Boys and ladies, hopefully ladies.
Now their legs
I
are
want
working.
you to know that I'm never leaving, cause I'm Mr. Snow, just looking crazy.
Washington Capitals. Caps were good kind of early. The Islanders really took over for the last 15 minutes. Got an important power play goal to widen the lead, but you can just see mentally much more easy.
Second time this season, they've scored 3 goals in the first period. The other time was opening night on their way to a 4-0 win. Coming up is the first Pay-Per Report brought to you by your local Honda dealers. We'll have analysis from AJ Malesko.
Oh,
Highlights to show you from that first period of play, including the first NHL goal for Oliver Wallstrom. Wallstrom and Cizikas 18 seconds apart. Lead on the power play. And it's up to a
Hello?
good first for New York.
of course I'm watching.
I don't want to jinx it, so if they're still doing it after second, I'm not going for a third, if that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Last year, I'll come over and
Yeah, hopefully we're up like 5-0 going into the third.
still doing good after second.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come by.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, love you, baby.
All right, love you too. Bye.
Baby, can you make me a drink and everybody get dressed and then I'll make food?
Sure. Don't know if you heard, Sam, but it's 3-0. Let's make Mama a drink, boys. Woo! Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. To the bar. Bobo. The Islanders are winning. Can you believe it? Bobo, get out of there. It's not safe.
3-0 after one period of play. Shannon Hogan, AJ Malesko joining you for our
Are you out?
report. And AJ, it was almost
Drinks on the bar, babe.
right before they took the ice for the anthem, because her AJ's angle was spot on for the first period action.
I love when that happens. It just, you know, when it falls into place like that, and maybe they were listening and gave us a little assist. You know, it was nice to see them come out that strong. It was nice to see them moving their legs. And you take somebody like Oliver Wahlstrom, who scores his first NHL goal, probably not how he imagined it. You heard the guys say that. But when you're working hard, when you're putting pressure on the other team, good things happen. And you saw, obviously, Lee get a goal too, and we talked about how strong he's been. But for Casey Cizikas to get his first goal this season, I think that's huge, and you just hope that that opens the floodgates for all of them.
Yeah, you were really looking for that fourth line, the energy line, the identity line for this Islanders team to find a way to make an impact. Casey Cizikas doing just that. But Oliver Wahlstrom, how about it? His first game of the season, he played 9 with the Islanders early on during last season. And this is a kid that can shoot, and he can score, and we saw it. Even though that, like you mentioned, that might not have been a goal, that he's going to relive it in his highlight reel.
You know what? It does not. They don't ask how, they ask how many, right? So he gets one in, and it's a big one for him. And you mentioned it. He likes to shoot, so he just puts pucks on net. He does have a great shot. He's got a great shot release. This is not an example of that, but I like how they've got all of them going. They've got Kaiser driving the net there, and when you put the puck on the net,
Isn't it cute? Oh, that's cute.
good things happen. The knuckleball, it goes off the player, and
Thank
sometimes
you, baby.
that's all you need.
Of course.
If you've got a goal scorer, he has played in the NHL games last year earlier, and now
We can back this
trying to
up
work his
for
way back
intermission.
You need sort of a funky bounce like that, and then get a little confidence. You don't grip your stick so tightly, and we'll see what he has in store.
Yeah, hopefully that kind of is a trickle-down effect for the Islanders. Oliver Wahlstrom scoring, and then Casey Cizikas followed. But you know, AJ, what it's like when you have a big moment like that. That's something you want to cherish. That's the puck that you want. And we have some great videos to show the fans at home in case you were wondering what happened with that puck, that Oliver Wahlstrom goal. Well, Buddy Rebellos made sure to get it, and I'm sure that's something that Oliver Wahlstrom will have in his den, or his parents will have it for many years to come. AJ,
Barzal's going to be scary good this season, I think.
in your home studio there, do you have pucks? Was that something you collected?
You know what? I do have a couple pucks. I wasn't very good about collecting that. I'm very fortunate that my mom was. So if I was given a puck, I usually just passed it off to her and she would label it. So I have a couple. I've got a game used puck from the Nagano Olympics. I've got some things. I actually don't have them behind me. I've got an Islanders puck behind me. I've got a team photo, MSG team photo. So I do have some good memorabilia back here. But you know, I think those milestones are important. And there are some people, he likes it now. But he may not think much about it, but later on, at the age that I am, I'm retired now, I look back at that stuff much more sentimentally.
Get your stage manager husband Jason on it. I want to see one of those Olympic medals in the background, all right? So the next time you do this, we really want to see the bling, AJ. All right, we're taking a quick break. AJ and I will be back with more on the
intermission angle. I want you to know that I'm never. What's debatable? Oh, about the Caps being better? Yeah. Not at the moment, they're not. They also weren't last year in the playoffs. Sam, I've already had 45 viewers.
Oh my goodness.
No one sticks around, though. The average watch time for one person is 1 minute and 40 seconds. I have 2 current viewers.
Cool.
Yeah. Don't worry. There'll be a couple. They'll stay. Right? Grandma NBA.
Me. I'm Grandma NBA, actually.
My 2 comments are someone named Afterword Gaming saying Capitals are better, and then Grandma NBA said debatable. Riveting chat going on right now. I at one point had 4 people watching at the same time. Incredible, beautiful, amazing, never the same. If only I was cute, you know?
Baby, you're adorable.
I'm so excited for food. I'm really, really hungry. How long are the things gonna take in the? Are you putting them in the air fryer?
Yeah.
All right.
Why not, right?
Yeah. I just wish I had something to snack on while we were waiting.
You want it this day?
Yeah. I'll eat it flame.
There's blackberries. I can heat up some of this nacho cheese.
I do you not want to whip up spinach?
No,
You don't have to.
I kind of want to put it in the
Oven?
yeah,
Okay.
but not if you don't want to.
Well, we can. I just think it doesn't taste the same.
Okay.
But we can do whatever you want. Oh, I got you. That's good. I'll put them in a bowl so I don't look like a psycho on the street.
What do I do for the oil aspect of this? Just spray it?
Yeah, we don't have any spray though.
So what do I do? Just
Put a little bit of olive oil in it.
That's Grandma NBA.
No, we're good.
Can you tell them to bring some spray?
Oh, do you have any cooking spray like ham?
In our last thing, we had an opportunity to kind of give a kudos.
No, that's okay. We have oil. It's okay. No biggie.
But how about you, like, if you first of the season, a big part of
No, I have my seltzers over here.
the hours in the first period.
That's so important for this team.
Okay, sounds good. All right, love you. Bye.
Is this gonna make you
people don't necessarily?
No, you can't even just leave it zip.
They aren't relying on them for scoring necessarily, but it's certainly nice when they can chip in a goal or two. And I think you look at the hard work and Cal Clutterbuck out high, putting the puck towards the net. We talked about it with Wallstrom's goal. You put the puck in front of the net, you never know what's going to happen. Great presence there by Casey Cizikas. Going against the Norris Trophy finalist last year, John Carlson, he's able to have that presence and have that strength to be able to tip that puck. It's a beautiful
They
tip.
said they were bringing oil?
They often are unheralded
Then I
in
will
terms of they
wait.
do the grunt work and the gritty work. So
I don't have enough for that.
Get rewarded early in the season with a goal.
It's just Dad.
It will build on that. Maybe
Is there only 2 potatoes?
There's
identity.
It's like 2 potatoes, yeah.
Okay, that's
There's
fine.
only
It's
like
fine.
4 slices in the potato skins.
It's okay, baby.
You can afford that 18 seconds after the Wallstrom goal. Then you add a power play goal by the captain, Andrew Lee, in his 500 NHL game. And you're hoping they bring all that energy into the second period.
Absolutely. Momentum is so important. It's so hard to generate, obviously. That's the idea of it, is you get it and it picks up on its own. And I think that through this season already, it's been sort of stopping and starting, and it's strange times that we're all living in. And for these athletes, life is different. Road trips are different. Home games are different with no fans. So they have to generate their own energy. They have to find their own momentum, whether it's from game to game, shift to shift, period to period, whatever it is. But I think right now they look like they're feeling relaxed. They look like they're having fun, which is important, and they look like things are just rolling for them. And when you get like that, you hope you just can grab onto it and let it roll.
towards that second line, AJ. Of course, they'd love to have a goal from each of their 4 lines in this one, and hopefully a win over the Washington Capitals. AJ and I will be joining you in our second intermission for some more analysis and a player interview, but we have some more coming up next.
Sam, here's what I don't get about the GameStop thing. Why is GameStop's price going so high, making rich people lose money?
Because
they don't own stock in it anyway.
Right, but
and if they did, they'd be gaining money.
But the investors, the hedge fund people. So okay, let's say you own a corporation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your corporation decides to basically bet against GameStop.
Mm-hmm.
You're betting that it's gonna fail.
Uh-huh.
So you invest money in a specific, like I don't know the exact terms of exactly GameStop, but you invest money in a way that when GameStop goes under, you get money.
Mm-hmm.
But since all your money is tied up there, if they start gaining money, all of your money is lost.
Okay. Sucks for them, losers.
Well, and that's the whole thing about it is that those types of people literally, they manipulate the market all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have a free market. It's literally illegal what Robinhood is doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100%.
Everyone's saying they got a huge court case on their hands.
They do. It's so fucking illegal, it's not even funny.
Do you have sour cream?
Yeah.
Noah Dobson, 5 points so far this year. Butch and Brendan on the other side with second period action.
Islanders intermission.
Incomparable design makes it beautiful. State-of-the-art technology makes it brilliant. The Lexus NX with pedestrian detection, lane departure alert, and Amazon Alexa compatibility. Standard. Experience the crossover in its most visionary form.
Lease the 2021 NX300 for $359 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing to a Lexus dealer.
So after I was in the shower, the water, since it was so hot, literally like peeled off my nail polish.
Oh, really? I don't remember if I put any on today.
You did.
I think I did. Jesus.
Vodcast, the Islanders with a 3-0 lead over the Washington Capitals after the loss on Tuesday. Barry Trotz said he was pissed off. I imagine his mood is a little bit better right now.
Well, right now, far from over, but one thing about Barry Trotz that we've been able to observe over these 2 years, 2+ years,
Come in.
is they bounce back extremely well. Whatever he says, whatever he does in practice,
Oh.
they seldom.
I'm gonna pause it for you. Thank you, Alex. I know why the GameStop stocks are going up. I was just curious as to why rich people are so upset about this. Like, I don't really understand the stock market. Like, why does it hurt rich people that a stock that was literally tanking is now going up? Like, if they didn't have investment in the stock anyway. But Sam explained it to me.
Hold on. Hello?
Joe's,
Come
how
on
are
in.
you?
Good.
How's my little baby girls doing?
Hello?
If they start to lose, I leave.
Sounds good.
Oh, here's your hair spray. Thank you for letting me come over.
Of course.
The girls are just hanging out over there, and I feel bad. I think they might watch TV, so I was like, I'll go with Jules. What kind of Michelob Ultras do you have?
I have the Michelob Ultra seltzers.
And what kind is it?
There's peach pear, cucumber lime, and spicy pineapple.
I just put a whole pack of the mangoes. If you want some of those, but I might want coffee later.
That's okay.
Thanks for letting me come over.
Of course.
I just want to leave the girls alone.
Really good effort, Brendan.
But if they start to lose, I'm leaving.
All right.
Does your hat fit?
I haven't tried it on with other buddy yet.
Sandy, you will wear it.
All
right.
They got goals from Wallstrom.
Did you get that hat for me, little Sandy?
I think Mom got it for me.
All right.
I remember Mom getting it.
I was wearing it, and I was like, it hurts my head when I walk away with
Right around
it.
the halfway point of that third period. After that,
It is a little small.
They got a little lucky, but they needed a break.
We're even at 18 apiece.
It is a little small. I wonder how you could stretch it.
I mean, it might fit my head, but my head's not very small.
Oh!
DC as the Islanders trying to snap a 2-game losing streak and put an end to the longest run in franchise history for the Capitals with points in 7 straight games to start a season. They've only done it one other time, and that was in 2011-12 when they started the season 7-0.
I don't think Capitals playing so good in this
Here's Trevor
I
Van
know.
Riemsdyk.
But I feel safe, that's why I was going to come over for
Yeah.
a long walk.
Yeah.
He's so fucking good.
He's been incredible.
This is needed a goal. He
Yeah.
hasn't scored in months.
Yeah.
I mean, in a long time.
Yeah, even in the bubble, I don't think he ever scored. I mean, I know he left.
Yeah.
Right into the pass of Varlamov.
Well, see, and it sucks because they got a little lucky and now they're confident as hell.
There's Lee with a tip.
Like, this is their backup to the backup goalie, and they don't have Ovechkin and everything. This is how we should be playing against them.
Yeah.
For the Islanders playing smart.
They just have something with fucking, what's his name, with that Sedorkin, they just
Yeah.
can't go with it. I wouldn't play a kid until, yeah.
Yeah.
I would fuck Coach Steiner, the kid's
Yeah.
no luck today, he's no luck. I mean, he's a gin.
The goalie's down right now, protected the short side. And Beverly doesn't
You
get
definitely
much
get
on
something
it.
up high, it's
Those
slow.
situations, if you have to have.
What were you making?
something in it,
She's making potato skins.
And what's with the thing?
I'm streaming my reaction to the game.
Oh, okay.
Hello, goodbye to the defenseman.
That was so upsetting, that last game. I
Oh,
thought
it was
you know, it was a freak though.
Yeah.
Everybody was so mad, it's like, you know what? Guy got a nice shot off.
Yeah.
So Donaldson has an assist.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. It's gonna happen, but they really should have been playing more defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
2000.
I want you to know.
Pointed out.
Yeah, they're young guys.
Only cooking a 5-minute
I
major.
bring up the chip and dip bowl.
Ooh.
Never freaking use it.
We
Oh,
don't
I
ever
like
use the
that
chip and
one.
dip bowl.
What's it called?
It's a chip and dip bowl.
Oh, chip and dip bowl. I think it's the triple nipple. What the
Yeah,
hell are
that's
you
true.
talking about?
This is a spin dip? It's cold.
Pull it away from
We were at home.
Oh, I mean in the microwave. You can leave it, it's fine.
No,
It's still good.
Good support.
Where is my cat?
But can you eat it cold?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wallstrom, the youngest player on the team.
Yeah, but I can do it in a second.
Goodness, you literally said
There's
you
just
wanted-
no. I just said I didn't want to waste the time with the oven. I wanted to put it in the microwave. Oh, it's so weird to see Chara, isn't it?
Where's Bernie? And Balbilio?
Bo's outside. Bernie's probably under the bed. Yes, you're supposed to microwave it right in there.
They might move me to 409.
I heard. How was it last night?
It was hard.
Yeah, it's
It
a
was
big store.
weird,
Yeah.
so different, so different.
Such an old store, that's
And
why.
they're so sloppy there.
Really?
Oh my God, the level was like I was trying to level,
Uh-huh.
and it was, I mean, God, people, they're such pigs.
Uh-huh.
There's so much deli shit in the meat. And the guy was telling me, just bring one up. He's like, don't
Yeah.
fucking worry about it. Just
Yeah.
one up it, you know. Because Elise is like, oh, you gotta put like, you gotta plug it in from the back.
Yeah.
So I was like leveling for like an hour, and the guy's like, no.
Yeah. Who was it? Jeff? The meat
Yes,
manager?
such a
Marino?
nice
I love
fucking
him.
guy.
You should tell him that you're my dad. He was the meat manager when I
It
was
Mark,
there.
actually, but I haven't
Oh,
met
Mark.
him.
Oh, I don't know Mark. I know Marino, the meat manager.
But that's the whole thing, is I really like the manager.
Yeah.
You know?
He's the assistant, I think, Mark. I've never worked with him.
But that girl, Lenita?
Yeah, she's been there for years. Do you
Yeah.
close seafood?
Yeah, but I still brought some
Yeah.
seafood and eat it like together.
Who deserves credit for it? Where's this coming from? And he said, you know
And
what?
closing seafood was no joke, man.
Yeah, that case is
and
huge.
It's huge, and the sinks are so far away.
That woman that works in seafood there, Alice, she's
yeah.
been trying to get out of 409 seafood department forever. Because the
Really?
case is too big for her.
Arlama left the rebound, and Josh Bailey was there.
Yeah,
just
she's a
ahead
nice
to
lady.
Yoshi to get it away from a dangerous spot on the ice.
She's so sweet,
Also
Alice.
chipping in, Islanders will get the kids out with Pajot.
I always talk about concentration and focus when you're not winning faceoffs, and obviously the Islanders have.
If this Pajot Bellows Wallstrom line turns out to be really good, we could be
Yeah.
really, really good.
Yeah.
Because every line's good then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bellows
Yep.
away from TJ Oshie. Bellows Shelley receiving dollars, Wallstrom turn the
Oh, I think it will be too, but I think by the time they get good, what's gonna happen is the Zegas line's gonna way down.
Yeah.
Because there's just, you can see that. I mean, how long
Yeah.
can they take that kind of,
Yeah.
it's not because they're old,
Yeah.
it's because the bumping they take.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're like boxers. They
Yeah.
just, they play that kind of a game.
Dropped out of the air, and Varlamov dropped
As long as they're not giving up goals, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, and they're veterans, so they'll
Yeah.
be good for another year or two.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll be good enough. But these other kids gotta step up and provide
Yeah.
scoring. I mean, they'll be like all Komarovs, you know? Which, you know, that penalty was bullshit.
Yeah.
It should have been 2 minutes. And he's a good player, Komarov.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
New York as they will get those guys to the bench on an errant pass that went
Thanks for letting me come over. I know you got to have your artillery out. I got, look.
Yeah.
I got two.
I love that.
I got
Nice.
two. I got two Barzell. I got
Isolating the
Are those Islanders pants?
Then they're on the things. Yeah. They needed it.
One time
Oh!
from Carlson.
Almost had to go home.
The glass. Then from out high, Verona, that one gets to the side of the net. Letty cleans it up. Pajot and the defense pairing never got off. It was just the wingers, and now everybody will get fresh as Matt Martin pulls up and throws a puck.
Mark always
Cross
puts
corner,
the puck through.
Clutterbuck
He's so
tracking
smart.
after it, but Backstrom got there just ahead.
I'm so glad Zeke scored because this is
Yeah.
shit.
Intercepted by Pellick. Pellick carries it.
Oh my God, when I thought Pellick was hurt the other day.
Oh my God,
Twice!
I almost cried.
Me too. I was like, I literally was like, that's the
Definitely
season.
done.
We're not making the playoffs without Pellick.
No way, no way. Without Pellick, we're done.
As he quickly closed the gap before that shot.
But did you see,
With speed.
Hula?
Casey Cizikas.
Oh man, Hula come so close a couple times.
Yep.
Vanacek.
He's got to score one.
Yeah.
Vanacek didn't get it cleanly, but he got
No!
it
What's his name?
to knock it off the post. Cizikas gets another
Oh,
chance.
Ah, back check.
His mind wouldn't work quick enough, Brendan. He saw a couple of options. And then he ran out.
Yeah, they're a step behind for sure than they were last year.
Yeah, you can see that the Islanders.
Well, remember before the bubble, they were bad going into. They were barely going to make the playoffs if they did.
Yeah, yeah.
They weren't bad, but they weren't as good as they had been.
Yeah.
Definitely getting puck towards the net.
6 minutes gone here in the second period. It's a 3-0 lead.
But
for the
Barry Trotz
Islanders.
is a pretty good coach. He's able to turn them around. I still think they probably made the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they're going to
You
make the
see, he
playoffs.
does not tolerate
No.
this. He is pissed. I mean, they'll make trades before they deal with this
Yeah.
losing, you know?
Then he puts Ponick in the boards. Pass
Nice
for the
pass.
Kings bench, and it is Barzell with speed off the feet from Komarov. Drops, Letty, fakes,
Ugh.
slides it back down for Barzell.
Oh.
Nearly banked it in.
Damn.
Really had a
That was
whack
smart.
at it.
Barzell's gonna be
Vanacek
great.
has it pinned.
He's
But
had a
then
great
again, he has
start.
some slow ass
Yeah.
nights.
Almost a 4-0 lead. Vanacek.
Sammy, what are you doing? She's making her spin dip.
Have you become a wife slave?
Yes.
Rude!
The old ball and chain.
I want to sit with my girls. I know, I wanted to come watch the whole game tonight, but they lose when we watch.
I know.
So I was like, I'm not going over there. I don't want to see them lose. I guarantee you.
Warmed up spinach dip.
Thank you. Ma'am, can I get a side of ranch?
Absolutely not.
See, that
If I'm going to come early,
it's what
they're
it's
going to
supposed
lose
to
it.
be. Thanks, Sam. You rock. Are you gonna start your puzzle?
You have to serve her too, you know.
I know. What? I know, but I'm saying later, are you gonna start that puzzle?
Which puzzle? Which puzzle?
Got a new
you got?
puzzle.
Is it an Islander one?
No. Oh my god, we should get an Islanders puzzle though.
I want one of the USB center, the new arena.
Yeah.
I'll come help do it. What kind of puzzle you got, Sam?
It's a Disney.
Disney puzzle.
Oh.
How many pieces?
1,000.
1,000?
Yeah. Do you see Taves is like second on the team in points for the Avalanche?
No. I'm not surprised.
But I think Dobson has been just fine though.
He's gonna be good.
I think Dobson has been just as good as Taves was.
Like a paper towel or something. I got sick on the floor. I'm not good. Hat to get sick.
His right shoulder, so
Will the cat eat that?
Yeah.
Coming up on the play.
He will, right?
Yeah. That was Letty's huge page.
That's a bad boy.
Is Bo outside?
Probably. Chara. Straight out, that's a big body. He makes a good plays. He blocks the Zizekas opportunity and then gets up the ice. So the big man, the older man, still got a little bit of the tank.
That dip is good, Sam.
A better guy.
Another
can
older
thank
gentleman
your
who
local
has a little
Publix.
left. 39-year-old Craig Anderson serving as the backup for the Washington Capitals. Again, the Capitals were supposed to have Henrik Lundqvist as their backup here this season, signing into a contract after he was bought out by the
I know, I can't believe Henrik Lundqvist.
As Komarov goes to backhand.
And who's the other goalie that?
Underwent
Holtby?
heart surgery. We wish him
Well, Holtby's
well.
playing for Vancouver.
Yeah. Oh, Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford.
Retired. That was mean to do to the Devils. Like, sign him to
Yeah.
a contract, move to New Jersey, and then, like,
Yeah.
retired.
Yeah, I don't think he knew he was going to do that.
Yeah.
From COVID, and checks the starter. It's
But those-
a nice move here on Macefield, but then had to deal with Nick Letty.
Those were two big moves.
Yeah.
Nice move by Verona to get by Mayfield.
I would've liked Chara.
Chara shot blocked.
That's with what
Yeah,
goes down?
if you would have let Green go, you could have been Dobson Chara.
Well, they're paying him nothing.
Uh-huh.
So we could have had him.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm just saying, once Boychuk went down, we probably could have
Still
recorded him.
out there as well. But this is Keeper Bellows with the fresh legs.
Turned out amazing
Yeah.
in the freaking air fryer.
They
Right,
look
that
good.
fries are great.
Pass into the skate
Just
to Chara.
gets mad because she's got to clean it. Well, I usually clean it, but she's always
Right
like,
now, Panacho intercepts the
cleans
pass.
before I get to it.
Rice. Hasselhoff left behind the Washington goal. Scarbosa slowly developing, but it is Daniel Strong cutting it over the line. Strong on the move.
It's so funny though how like they'll attack the net and nothing will go in, and then like those all those goals.
Takes a
Oh
shot
no!
back across the green, and Varlamov made the stop.
Must have been watching some tape of Barzell there. Strong, showing good speed. Wait for the opportunity to get the puck towards the net.
Strong's a former second-round pick. Pittsburgh Penguins picked him.
And I noticed like I love Nick Letty, but he's definitely a step slower than he used to be.
Definitely.
You know.
Anaheim winds up trading him to Washington for Christian.
Why isn't Letty slow?
Yeah, I think so.
Good opportunity for Strong.
Oh.
For what he's got. So far in the two games that I've seen.
Like I'm sorry, in order for them to be good, and I think Sebastian Aho,
Yeah.
Thomas Hickey, Hickey's, you know,
Yeah.
you need these other kids to step up.
Early part of his career.
Like a pellet goes down, you can't rely on that to be your defense.
Didn't Chara used to be on the
Islanders, yeah.
no, the
Bruins.
Bruins. But he was also on the Islanders. He was also on the Islanders. That's where he started his career.
Why they traded him, I do not know.
23rd NHL season, and Boston Bruins didn't let him go because they thought he couldn't play anymore. They just wanted to get some of the younger guys a little more playing.
Yeah, I'll grab another plate and have one in a sec.
For the next generation of Boston Bruins defensemen, Washington Capitals.
No.
Who have a veteran team. Floyd came in on their blue line. As Carlson's shot was blocked. Turn around. And he scores.
Oshie?
Connor Sherry off the rebound, the post and in, and the Capitals are on the board.
Oh, good job of forechecking by the Capitals. They've had a better second period thus far than they had in the first period as far as playing time in the offensive zone. And not just to spin around the play as the puck bounced around in front of the net. Good plays, the Capitals get it back and they go D to D. And the shot by Carlson is blocked really by...
He just couldn't see it. That wasn't on Bartley.
He knows where the net is. The Islanders aren't able to get on him, follow him up quick enough.
I don't want to be the James.
That's where Green's got to respond a little quicker. Maybe he wasn't quite sure, but he didn't get that stick out. Should have tried to pressure him. In a perfect world, but a good play by Connor Sherry.
First goal of the season for Connor Sherry. First goal as a Capital for Connor Sherry.
Where'd he come from? The Penguins, right?
Buffalo is that one.
Oh, never mind.
The logo on the chest of Semyon Varlamov.
Well, you know the Capitals are going to respond. They're going to have a little more life, a little more jump in their legs. Connor Sherry happy to get off the hay. Get his first.
Are they still like moist?
Give his team a little bit of a lift from the outside.
That's my only thing with air fryers. I feel like it dries stuff out sometimes.
Because Publix puts like, I don't know what the fuck they put in it.
Yeah. Is it just cheese or is there bacon?
No, there's bacon, cheese, and then there's something else. Just try it.
Are those the ones that are in the RTC case?
Yeah.
You know, who worked at over there too was that kid, that our neighbor Chris is working over there when I went.
Oh yeah, he works there when I work there. Anthony works in the meat department over there. Jerry's ex-boyfriend.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Jesus!
No, he doesn't, does he?
Yeah, he does. Anthony's full-time in the meat department.
In 409?
Uh-huh.
Nifty kind of defenseman.
You've met him, Anthony.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With some good moves.
Nice and calm and Komarov with Brendan Dillon. Little gamesmanship.
Now one thing about Leo.
This is going to get ugly during the end of the season.
And of course, Komarov may have a little target on his back. That was a 5-minute major for boarding against Lars.
It was a stupid penalty, though.
So
He totally did not mean to do that. I mean, but whatever. The guy turned at the wrong minute.
Well, it was a good hard hit. I thought it was a 2-minute board penalty myself. It wasn't from behind. It was just a pretty solid hard hit. And you're right. That's the good thing about back-to-back games, Brendan. You have a short memory and you have a chance to remember rather quickly. With Tom Wilson now as he gathers Mayfield. It looks like the Capitals are trying to pick up the physical part of the game.
Did you see the other night that it played just like that and fucking Sidorkin played the puck when it was icing?
Yeah.
That was a hard hit. Question, he took it mostly off his right shoulder. That's why I only thought it was a 2-minute penalty because it wasn't from behind, didn't crash his head into the glass. It was just a good hard check on the shoulder.
You want a potato skin now?
No, I don't know why I'm eating the chips. I just ate dinner. I was just gnarly. You guys
we were missing on Tuesday, the Capitals that is. At the end of that game,
Sam?
puck comes through for Charlie. They'll count it. Close to a high stick.
That's a high stick.
In the last few minutes.
Are you serious?
Again, it starts with a face-off win. Washington Capitals going
Right,
deep,
one more
deep,
minute,
and that's a
right.
big deflection. No chance for.
Literally, we can't watch a game together.
Here he was way over to his right.
Let me see. Is it a high stick?
Face-off, TJ Oshie playing center, wins the
Who
draw.
tipped it?
Cross-ice pass from Potter.
I'll give him
There's a
5
shot
on
by
this.
Char. Look
That
at
was
that.
high.
That might
Let's
be
see
a
it.
high stick. The Islanders will look at that, see where that stick is.
No.
How are we supposed to be able to tell?
Brendan, it doesn't look like it's
No, it's not a high stick.
What a deflection
Fuck!
that is.
That was a great deflection.
Dick Letty doesn't get a hold of the stick.
I didn't even look at it for a second.
Checker. 3-2, and the Capitals are back in the hockey game.
It's a good goal. The unit of measurement on that was the crossbar. Certainly looked below the crossbar, and so it's all of a sudden a one-goal hockey game as Connor Sherry scores twice quickly. The Islanders scored twice in 18 seconds in the first period. Connor Sherry, I think on back-to-back shifts, scores for the Capitals and makes it 3-2 with still half a hockey game to play.
I wondered about TJ Oshie, whether he could play center. Well, he's good in face-offs.
Looked offside.
Said he and Baxter often switch.
Come on, just shoot it, Pulak.
The third line as this one winds up in on goal. Vanacek played it off the glass. The third forward high, I should say, within game. So he felt comfortable with the responsibilities as half.
Oh my God!
Whoa.
That was awful.
Reps it through the arm of Varlamov, and it's time.
I'm going home.
It's not a joke.
It's
We
not.
literally can't watch together. Wow.
Do I have a period?
Maybe.
That was a weak goal given up by Varlamov. If you watch his reaction,
He was walking up, and I thought to myself, he's gonna score.
and he knows he's got to have that. Outside the dumps, Pellick's got to stick it away.
We have a chance to win. I'm going home.
That's crazy.
That
Well,
sucks.
good things in the first period, right? But for not.
I'm so ready to have my coffee.
Oh, I bet Twitter's losing it right now.
Was on long ways.
I don't want to walk home this fucking anymore game, but
Just stay through the second.
Yeah, stay through the second.
Corey Schneider is on the bench. For
yeah,
whatever
no
reason.
one's a dorking.
Earlier today, the Islanders made a roster move, and that was elevating Corey Schneider from the taxi squad and assigning Ilya Sorokin to the taxi squad. So he is the other option tonight if Barry Trotz elects to go that way, but he's used his time out. It's brought to you by your local hockey.
Why does it say 3 hours ago?
How the fuck, man? I can't believe it. Fucking
66
asshole.
seconds. Those were the 2 goals from Sherry. In all
You know
three
you guys
games,
don't
just
really
about
control
the 2
the
minutes
out-
here in the second
out-
period.
Every time we watch together, we didn't watch one game in the playoffs together that they won, I swear to God.
Get back to doing the things they were doing. Barry Trotz talks about the pedigree of the Washington Capitals, but it was on display in the last couple of minutes, wasn't it?
But all 6 of these goals are pretty fucking sloppy. Both
Talking
teams.
about the Islanders getting contributions from down the lineup. 2 goals from Connor Sherry, a goal from Gordon Hathaway. That's their third line with both goals. Well, 3 goals, I should say.
Barry Trotz never called a timeout.
Did he call one?
Yeah, he did. He's
Game on
pissed.
Tuesday. As Zizekias carries in, takes a little jump
Come on. That's gotta fucking get ugly. Hit.
Butterbuck let it go. Dobson takes the shot, bouncing.
Hit.
Trying to keep it alive.
Unreal.
Green got caught pitching, and here's Star.
Are you kidding me?
Gets it over
No
for
way.
Thank you, Varley.
Taken away by Varlamov.
That was such a bad goal by Varley. He's been so good all season. That was awful.
Well, you knew that Farley was much
Holding the puck in the corner and working hard. Let's go.
Make that save.
Come on, look at the plays you
The
have.
Capitals came in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. They go from down 3-0 to even at 3 in seemingly the blink of an eye.
It's like a joke.
Thompson directed in by Clutterbuck.
I cannot believe it. I knew it. I knew I should stay home.
4 full seasons in the American Hockey League for Vanacek, but 141 games in the AHL with Hershey.
Damn it!
Started his pro career in the ECHL.
Fuck.
South Carolina Stingrays.
A lot of goalies do, and then they get the opportunity to come up, prove themselves a little bit in the American League, and
I
get
knew
a
it.
chance to back up Hockey League, so it's not a rarity.
Here's Oshie. Drawing
Aw, man.
Took the chop on the hands of Oshie. And now in a 3-3 tie because Connor Sherry's 2 goals. It's a power play coming for the Caps.
Wow.
It is good that.
This is what we used to do last year. Come back.
You can have that last one if you want, babe.
Okay. You want it?
You want to split it?
I don't know what the hell they're doing. What the fuck?
Here.
Unbelievable. Thank you. I'm so mad.
I can't fucking believe it. They were fucking running it.
hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com. The largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere. Every NHL team and all the players you love. Shop now.
It's unreal.
NHLShop.com.
I don't even think I'm live.
What's that?
I don't think I'm live. Maybe I am.
That's okay, don't go live.
It's live.
Here's Schultz.
Sorry, that's half the power play.
Daring him to shoot, takes it off the skate of Rana, and was under the pad of Varlamov for a moment.
Wow.
Top three.
That goal by Varley was so bad. Nice save.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Whipped on a clear.
How do you whiff on a clear like that?
That really was a great save. Anticipation.
Oh my god.
I can't believe it.
The Capitals have taken a 4-3 lead.
There's a lot of different looks there.
You can't watch a game.
A couple of big saves, one in particular early on Oshie, but Carlson can wire it. I guess might be starting to say Ovechkin who was Carlson really wires that one. Seeker's trying to keep his
Look,
eye
that's
on
Ovi's
it.
spot too.
Well, I'm off. Maybe he should have that. I mean, it's a knuckleball and just blows right by Varlamov. Perfect pass, top of the circle. Looked like it might have deflected off of Suzuki's stick, really. I wonder if Barry Trotz is thinking about changing goaltenders.
A lot of times, 4 goals in a period
Yeah, but Corey Schneider is.
coaches, but it looks like Corey Schneider
actually a
will
good
stay on the
goalie.
bench.
But he hasn't played an NHL game in so long, and we know
He's
how
so
well that
solid.
went last time.
He's so much better than
In
fucking.
just over 5 minutes, have taken a 4-3 lead on the goal from John Carlson.
Looks like he wants
5.5 to go here in a very different second period. Caps on top.
Wow, what bullshit. They fucking stink. What happened to defense? Huh, Julia?
I have no idea.
Usually 2 goals and it was game over. You know what I mean? All right, we don't want to get into the playoffs.
I don't know what we're supposed to do.
We won at 3-0. That's why I came over.
Yeah.
We don't tie this up before the 3rd period, we're over.
I want you to know that I'll never.
It's easy if we make it to the asshole.
With a lineup that's got every hockey fan shouting. It all begins with NHL Now setting up the day with news and buzz.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Followed by live look-ins and breakdowns on NHL Tonight.
The big picture perspective.
Then on the line wraps up the night with all the highlights and news.
Every game and every point matters.
The championship team is here. NHL Network.
I got open tomorrow.
Built for hockey, it'll be the place to cheer on your New York Islanders with the best home ice advantage in the league.
I don't know. We don't have much time this year, you know?
Yeah.
/UBS or call 888 NY Isles for more information. Sherry twice, Hathaway and Carlson on the power play. And in just over a 5-minute stretch, the Caps have gone from down 3-0 to leading 4-3. A Capitals team that is without Alexander Ovechkin, Dmitry Orlov.
There's like absolutely no excuse.
Samsonov and Lars Eller from their lineup here tonight.
A lot of times they'll get
The Rangers and Devils piss me off more than anything else.
Yeah. But the Capitals without their top 5 players should be more infuriating. They're like a fucking. You need to take Varlamov out. Now he's like nervous.
By Backstrom.
Might have been a high stick there. It looked a little high, but certainly Varlamov.
Come on, do something, please.
He feel good about his game again.
Nelson trying to make a play, but his shot was deflected away and off
He
the
didn't get the
glass.
puck to a point.
And Jacob Rana.
Baby, will you bring me another drink? I think I have one in the freezer.
Corralled by Dawson. Andy Green with a long pass. Touched into the zone. Everly nearly stolen away. Instead, it's to the neutral zone. Anders Lee got to the red line, bumped it in. Settled down by Vanacek. Dillon up the wall. And this one will go down for an icing against Washington.
Unbelievable. 4 fucking goals.
Well, you know what?
Earlier.
Yes, it's a
You
bit
want
of
some
a
pound cake?
setback to the
Like
pound cake.
pound cake and then a banana loaf nut.
No, actually, I'll take my other beer though. That's in
They're
there.
just gonna go out and play their games, but it's been a big lift for these.
I can't believe this.
I know, I can't believe it. I think we jinxed ourselves.
With the lead. It's gonna be a tough game the rest of the way now for the Owls.
Why are we losing
They're
so?
gonna need your report up
What
there.
is this, the 7th game of the season?
Early in the second.
Still a long way to go in this one, but typically for the Islanders.
Nice.
You score 3 and you win.
Oh, come on, please.
Off the blocker of Vanacek.
Come on, Anders.
Oh, come on!
Now it's Matt Barzell. Barzell out high. Trying to shake free of Carlson, who chased him all the way out there. That shot rejected. And it comes to Hank.
That was a
Goes up
trick.
ice, one-on-one against Thompson. They'll drop it off for Hathaway.
Now every time they're in the zone, I'm scared.
Right through the crease and all the way out to
Go!
Matt Martin.
Well, he never
Let's go on
gives up
the
this
ice.
many goals.
Everly
Nice.
Takes a look, takes a shot. Martin on the rebound, put it right back in.
The 4th line has looked better
Okay,
tonight,
yeah.
I thought, until, you know.
Both teams trading offensive opportunities, Brendan. It's not your defensive style game. We saw the other night with the Capitals and the Islanders. Much more open, many more opportunities at both ends of the ring.
Uh-oh, she's getting her puzzle. Are you gonna help her?
Yeah, I'll help her after the game.
You can see right there that now a good defensive center.
Sammy's a puzzler.
On that shot, so Liberty doesn't get a whole lot on it. And that's why Dowd is on the line that he's on because he's a defensive center.
We saw a win by Pajot. Bellows went for the quick shot.
I have
The
6
Red Sox
viewers.
stick down play.
Oh, you're videoing?
Look at all my comments. They're all Capitals fans. It's so annoying.
On their skates. Dowd just a solid
Oh.
two-way center. And his job is to keep the puck out of his net, not so much looking for offense.
Face-off win, another chance for Pollock to get it through.
You know, let Wallstrom score his first NHL
He's
goal.
got Connor Cherry, who has
Nice, Pellick. Thank God for Pellick. What would we do without him? Don't you dare.
Good decision making there by Adam Pellick to not to hesitate, get right over on Pollock and not allow him
Yeah, of course it
chance
was a
to square
fucking
up
bad
and
penalty
make a
for us.
pass.
Of course it's.
Sherry for Oshie. Oshie for Pollock. Pollock to Sherry.
Come on, are you
Sherry,
kidding me?
Line pass, but it goes to Van
No!
Riemsdyk. Trevor Van Riemsdyk, his first season.
Let these guys play offense for a fucking change. They need a fucking.
As Pollock goes digging along the boards with Sherry. Down goes Wallstrom.
damn it.
By
Let's
Kempsey.
go.
By Pajot, helped along by Bellows. Can't pick it up on the other side of Van Riemsdyk.
No.
Goes Pollock and Oshie along with Pajot.
Oh my God.
There's that one rifled line on the glove side of Varlamov. 2.5 left in this second period,
I don't fucking believe
which
it.
has been all about the Washington Capitals. Shots here in the second are 13-8. They've scored 4 times.
That's what you would call a good percentage, Brendan. Very high percentage, shooting percentage. No doubt that it's a different Washington Capital team in the second period. A lot more jump. Much more difficult period for the
Dad, come
Islanders.
on.
Brown comes.
We gotta squeeze something out of this fucking game or we're fucking. Come
Now
on.
Pollock comes over, throws the body.
Can't even clear
on
the
Chara.
zone.
Chara with a little whack there
Yeah.
on Pollock, but Chara backs off. Here boards played for Schultz.
Oh my
Chara
God, are you
wants
kidding
Chara
me?
gets it, he almost
Wow.
gets it. It's a
Oh,
puck
they gotta
goal.
pull
Second
Farley.
period, as Zdeno Chara has his first
Cheers.
as a Capital.
Love you.
Yep. Thanks, Julia, for having me over.
Unreal.
Johnny, it's
Washington Capitals
James.
are thrilled to death for the big man, Zdeno Chara, scoring his first goal.
We watched the game for what? Half an hour?
Yeah.
And we're here to 5
She's like,
goals.
see for a goal by
Good man
anybody.
from my house.
Chara's first.
I can't fucking believe it.
I can't believe it either. I like shit. They're gonna win.
5 goals.
Watch.
Love you.
At home, they'll score.
Yeah.
Score. Watch.
Matt
It's really truthfully unbelievable. It's truthfully out of this world.
Capitals lead by 2 goals now, as you mentioned, a 5-goal outburst.
Wow.
See Snyder next period, remember? I think that's also Varlamov, and just a minute left, and I think Barry will allow Schneider to warm up in between periods, and that's it for Varlamov, because you got to make a few saves, even if you can't see him. This goaltenders that can't let everything in that's shot towards him.
Oilers did some gymnastics with their roster earlier today. Against Sorokin was moved down to the taxi squad. They had been carrying 3 goalies. They moved Sorokin down and used Schneider as the backup just to get a roster spot so they can kind of manipulate things and get Wallstrom.
We're not going to make the playoffs, bro.
Just keep with that 23-man roster. But now Schneider is the backup, somebody who you weren't necessarily expecting to play necessarily at this point in the season without an injury, but he is the option for Barry Trotz if he wants to do that for the 3rd period. There's 30 seconds left in the 2nd, and 5 goals scored against Varlamov in 1 frame. He'd only allowed 4 goals all season prior to this start.
There's no way in the world that Barry Trotz thought he was going to be in this scenario. Thought his team would respond, have a big game, and they did have a big first period. But Varlamov has not been very good in this 2nd period. A couple were not his fault, but 3 goals, a little questionable as to where he was. And maybe some bad luck, but no way in the world I think that Barry...
Unbelievable. 5 goals in 1 fucking period.
And he's got some...
Are you kidding me?
Some guy that doesn't understand the NHL.
Certainly an
I'm in disbelief.
Wrecked his career. As Carl Hagelin lost the puck in the corner. Barzal helps it along for Emerling. Final seconds here in the frame.
As you all know, me and my dad cannot watch hockey games together because when we watch the Islanders play together, the Islanders lose. Literally guaranteed. My dad is off today, and I'm off today, but he started the game at his house. After the first period, the Islanders were up 3-0. So my dad thought it was safe to come over. He came over for the 2nd, and the Capitals scored 5 fucking goals. It's 5-3 Capitals. Dad stormed out the door.
Brought to you by your local Ford stores. Visit buyfordnow.com today. AJ will have a chance to share her thoughts on the 2nd period, plus stats and highlights from this one. It was going
I'm in dis-fucking-belief, bro. Absolute disbelief. It's something else.
They trail by to the 3rd period. All that's left to try and stop this losing streak from hitting 3.
Between us, we've been practicing law for over 30 years. But when we created Larson Goldberg, we had no idea.
This is unreal, bro.
It truly has been remarkable how combining our individual experiences has influenced our results. Please, before you choose your injury law firm, visit our website, lawpoweredbywomen.com. Larson Goldberg Injury Law. Law powered by women.
I just like don't even know where to begin. It's just really unbelievable. Oh, it's something. This hockey team went to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they were 1 Brock Nelson breakaway goal in overtime away from a Game 7. I'm in disbelief. I want you to know that I'm never leaving. I guess I can turn on the intermission. It's
Hockey fans, gear up at NHL NHLShop.com. The largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere. Every NHL team and all the players you
Alright, Sam, I'm coming to help with the board.
special offer. NHLShop.com.
Like, this is separating the pieces right now.
Okay. I can help you do that, though.
Yeah.
Unless you don't want my help. Should I flip them as I go?
I'm just putting them in this box. Because we still have to do the board.
Doesn't look very hard.
That's what I think too.
Again, the Islanders are playing in our nation's capital in Washington, D.C. If you're surprised by this score, so are we. 5-3 after 2 periods of play, and it's not so much that it's 5-3, it's that the Islanders had a 3-0 lead after the first 20 minutes of this game, and the Capitals came out and just were on fire, scoring 5 goals past Semyon Varlamov there in the second period. AJ Blessner joining us all night from her home studio. AJ, definitely not the momentum we were looking for in the second period. We were talking about momentum. We meant for the Islanders, not the Washington Capitals.
For a second.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know, let's strike back from the record, but I think both teams will be looking either for the Islanders regain that first period momentum, and of course the Capitals right now are feeling very, very good. You know, to me, looking at that period, it just looked like the Islanders got sloppy, and for all the good that they did in the first period, I thought that they just let their details slip. And how many times have we talked about Barry Trotz and his attention to detail, and they just didn't have it that period.
Yeah, the details really throughout the period. It wasn't just 1 or 2 things, AJ. It was things you could point up and down the lineup. The defense not doing things, you know, icing the puck before they're able to score a goal. And it just kind of felt like it snowballed as the game went on.
It did, and I thought that was one thing. If you look at all 5 goals against, there's something that you can point to that was a breakdown. Now that's pretty obvious, but it's the fact that the Capitals were able to capitalize, no pun intended. But if you look at their first goal, or excuse me, this was their second goal, it was an icing that looked like it was an avoidable icing. Of course, they're still giving Komarov a little, how you doing? And then the face-off comes all the way back down. TJ Oshie, not a center, wins it. They get possession, and then it's a beautiful tip by Connor Cherry. But it all comes back to that icing, and you can look there. Here's a great look at that tip, and a good job. That's his second goal in as many shifts. So great outing for Connor Cherry as a new Capital this year. But it's some of those little details that I don't think Barry Trotz is going to be happy with. It just looked a little lazy, and you know, obviously it's easy to go back and it's easy from where we're sitting to say that sort of stuff. It just didn't seem like Islanders hockey.
Well, and lazy is not a word that you hear people describe the Islanders or even hearing from them, and you know that's definitely not in the vocabulary for Barry Trotz and what he's looking for from a team. Anybody that watched that period was probably saying what's going on with Semyon Varlamov, but it has to be more than your goaltender. You have to set your goaltender up for success. What did you see from the defense as a whole?
Nova's looked easy.
You know, I think when I talk about defense, I look at the whole team in the defensive zone. So all 5 of them or 4 of them, if they're killing penalties, and they looked a little disjointed. And of course, defensive zone coverage is what they're known for. And on the first goal, there was a collision. They got a little discombobulated, and that led to that first goal by Connor Cherry. And then, of course, you look at the Capitals' power play goal. Adam Pelech had a chance to clear the puck. It was a bouncing puck, so it's definitely more difficult than it looks. It looks like it would be, but at the same time, you have those opportunities to clear the puck 200 feet. You've got to do it when you're on the penalty kill. You know, and Varlamov did let in that third goal. I think is of course the softest one and one that he would want to get back, and you could see that from his body language. We've talked about John Carlson. He's a Norris. There's the clear that I was talking about with Adam Pelech, and then John Carlson gets the puck, and it all goes from there, goes bad from there. And if he could have just cleared the puck, and instead they get it, they go low to high, and the puck ends up over there, and behind Varlamov. So it is those little things that you can't point to one player because it's a team out there. And I think that Varlamov on that power play, on that penalty kill rather, did have a couple very good saves after letting in that soft goal, which says a lot about his mental state. But it's not his best game, but he needs a little help in front of him.
All right, good stuff with AJ.
We should do that.
Don't go away. We're gonna have plenty more with you. As a coordinator, Mr. Report rolls on from our studios.
I want to
in
really fill
Manhattan.
that whole wall.
We'll
It
be right
looks
back.
so cool
Capitals
in
take
there.
5-3 lead over the Islanders after 40 minutes of play.
Between us, we've been practicing law for over 30 years. But when we created Lursen Goldberg, we had no idea the impact of our partnership would have on our clients' lives and their cases.
It truly has been remarkable how combining our individual experiences has influenced our results. Please, before you choose your injury law firm, visit our website, lawpoweredbywomen.com. Lursen Goldberg Injury Law. Law powered by women.
I have my own.
Well, you've been away.
It really is so much better to have a big like that than a small thing.
He's on it. And riding. And recording.
Those big arms over there.
One place that
You're not very slow.
I gave you less than what I had.
It's a joke.
they're the team everybody loves. The team at NHL Network. Catch up with the news of the day on NHL Now. Get instant analysis with NHL Tonight. Top it off with On the Fly.
Every game matters.
All season long. NHL Now.
Hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com.
I just like I haven't really had to watch the Islanders before.
Every NHL team and all the players you love.
They did one season I watched. They did not make the playoffs, but they were very close. You know what I mean? Like they needed to win like 2 more games and they would have made it. So that makes the season exciting.
And you?
Thanks.
That's a save. No doubt
But
about
those teams that barely made it to the playoffs don't do well in the playoffs anyway.
it. You don't see it?
NHL Tonight on NHL Network.
It's clear as day.
Welcome to the Disney Bundle, where Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus come to life on all your screens. Hulu Originals, Disney Hits, and must-see sports. With Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, get the Disney Bundle for only $12.99 a month.
Report rolls on. We're in New York City. The Islanders are in Washington, D.C. for their second of 8 games against the Washington Capitals. And right now, it's not going great because they are down 5-3 to the Caps after an unbelievable second period for Washington. AJ Malesko has been joining us from our home studio. And AJ, you know, Zdeno Chara, I have to say, it's super weird. And I know that you live in the Boston area. It has to be so strange seeing him there in a Capitals uniform as it is. But for him, what did you notice on that goal?
Well, what was interesting to me is, and I thought that the Capitals did this a little bit 2 games ago, they really spread out the Islanders' defensive zone coverage, and I wonder whether it's Coach Laviolette, new to the Capitals, whether he is trying to take that tight unit that Barry Trotz has and spread them out. So you can see the puck goes low to high, and they are spread out wide, and then Chara does have a big glass. He's big, he's strong, he's got a lot of leverage, but you can see how hard it is to cover all that ice. The Islanders are typically really tight in their unit. They have layers lined up, and I think that for the Capitals, moving it around the horn like that, starting low, going high, it gave them a better opportunity, and obviously it worked for Chara's goal. And you could see the enthusiasm, the excitement for Chara's first goal as the Washington Capital, and you're absolutely right. I mean, regardless of living in Boston, when you have a player that is so just associated with one team, I know he was with the Islanders and he was with Ottawa before that, but he's been in Boston for so long. It's really strange for me to see him in a Capitals uniform, but I'm also really happy for him that he's having a good start there.
All right, great stuff with AJ Molesco. She'll be joining us for our post-game coverage, and we'll be having analysis from her and also hear from Barry Trotz after this one. But there's still some game to be played. We're taking a quick break here. We will take a look at the second period scoring summary when we return. If you're just tuning in, you missed a fair amount of goals. We'll be right back.
I had 8 viewers at one point. That's why it says that.
NHL Tonight on NHL Network. It's as clear as day.
Hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com. The largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere. Every NHL team and all the players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com. A Fanatics experience.
They're the team everybody loves. The team at NHL Network. Catch up with the news of the day on NHL Now. Get instant analysis with NHL Tonight. Top it off with On the Fly.
Every game matters.
All season long on NHL Network. Welcome to the Disney Bundle, where Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus come to life on all your screens. Hulu Originals, Disney Hits, and must-see sports. With Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, get the Disney Bundle for only $12.99 a month.
As you can see here, it doesn't happen often that we need to show you 2 screens, but there were 5 goals, and you can see Connor Sherry there with 2 goals, back-to-back shifts for him. That was a big situation for the Islanders. John Carlson tied, or rather, Hathaway tied this game up, and John Carlson got in on the action with the power play goal, and it was Zdeno Chara with time ticking down to the second frame of this one that was able to score his first with the Washington Capitals. Islanders hoping to get back in this game. They traditionally have good third periods. It'll be interesting to see if it is Corey Schneider that leaves them out on the ice and will replace Semyon Varlamov between the pipes. We'll have to wait and see. Woods and Brendan on the other side of the break. They're taking you through the rest of the game action here on MSG+.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the game's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Current competitive lessees can get this 2021 Equinox for $199 a month. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
On that.
This is our home.
I'll never say, but
This is gonna be a blast.
We just don't know what to expect.
He's expanding. Something's wrong here.
You're one of the Avengers. We're here to help us. This is our home.
That's my threat. Disney Hits WandaVision, now streaming on Disney Plus, and upgrades the Disney Bundle for even more. They're the team everybody loves.
If you haven't already, learn it.
The team at NHL Network, with a lineup that's got every hockey fan shouting. It all begins with NHL Now setting up the day with news and buzz.
I wouldn't be surprised.
look-ins and breakdowns on NHL Tonight.
The big picture perspective.
Then on the fly, wraps up the night with all the highlights and news.
Every game and every point matters.
The championship team is here, all season long on NHL Network.
Hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com. The largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere. Every NHL team and all the players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
The third and Semyon Varlamov still in net for New York.
Yeah, that surprised me, but that's Barry Trotz's way of saying, you guys dug yourself the hole as a team. It's not about your goaltender. He's not alone in what's going on in that second period. All three of you guys better shape up, find a way to win this hockey game. I'm not letting you off the hook. No way.
Just the second time under Barry Trotz that his team has allowed 5 goals in a period. The last time.
All right, comeback coming up. My dad went home.
Just over a year
We're
ago,
good.
He was at the Coliseum, and he's probably still burning the memory of many of them.
That was another great one.
The grade 8.
Scored 3.
He is unavailable tonight along with Kuznetsov and Orlov and Samsonov and Eller. Still the Capitals came from down 3-0 to take a 5-3 lead with 5 second period goals. Islanders scored all 3 of theirs in the first. On goals from Wahlstrom, his first in the NHL. His 18-second player and a power play goal for Anders Lee, playing his 500th NHL game. All with the Islanders here tonight. He's on the ice now as Jordan Eberle tries to move it towards Lee. This one knocked out in the air. Comes to Green, his shot blocked. Barzal able to pick up the loose puck out near the line. Moves
Oh,
to
are they
Green,
trying?
Green shot. Save made, and then looked like Vanacek just grabbed the leg of Anders Lee and took him down to the ice. Stolen away by Barzal at the line. Moves to Lee, winds and shoots. And a save made by Vanacek, but you have to appreciate the jump on the opening shift of the period.
That's exactly what you would expect. Who knows what went on in that dressing, what was verbally said.
You okay, Bernie?
Wasn't words of good going, guys. I think it was probably fairly harsh, and they responded as you would expect it. That was an awful period by the Islanders.
There's 2 approaches, though, right? You go in there and rip the paint off the walls, or you say absolutely nothing and they know what they did, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sometimes nothing needs to be said.
Nelson with the face-off, the shot from Bellows, oh boy. It looked like it caught Justin Schultz up around the face.
That was going to be a good opportunity for the Isles to score, but obviously a quick whistle with potential serious injury there. That comes up, hits him right in the face, and there's a rebound. Now Brock didn't score anyway, but those are the kind that you know, there's not much you can do. That's just part of hockey. Blocking your man out, you can see Schultz blocking Nelson out, and Bellows with a quick shot. And the line change there with Bellows playing now, and Brock Nelson and Josh Bailey.
Cleaning up the trail of blood left behind from Justin Schultz. Looked like he took it right around the mouth, the cheek area. But yeah, you see Kiefer Bellows playing on that line, which after the game on Tuesday, Barry Trotz wouldn't tell us what the changes are, but he said there will be changes. Well, even in a game like this, you can kind of bring that same type of attitude and make some changes between periods.
Well, you certainly want to change your lines. And now you need to score goals, Quentin. You're not just sitting there and maybe with a 1-goal lead.
Construction at UBS Arena is progressing by the day. The concrete foundation for the rink has just been poured. For all the latest UBS Arena updates, subscribe to the Belmont Buzz newsletter at NewYorkIslanders.com/buzz.
Still an intermission. My mistake.
7th game of the season for the New York Islanders that are trying to snap what is now a 2-game losing streak. And part of Barry Trotz's critique of the effort on Tuesday was he said this is playoff mentality right now. He talked about play around the NHL in this condensed season. He said I'm not quite sure we're in that playoff mentality right now.
No, but they did respond. And the first play was very, very good. Washington Capitals.
Sam, they're grooming.
The second period, and that was just seemed to lose their pizzazz a bit.
Look at them.
The defensive zone was not very good. I thought they were loose on their checking. Obviously, their goaltending was not great.
Like, of course the game that they come out with offense, and I'm not saying it's all on Varley, but of course the game that they come out with offense, fucking Varlamov lets in a couple of softies. I mean, we knew Varley wasn't going to, like, win the Vezina or anything, but plenty of time to score 2 goals, though. We need at least a point.
Took a shot in the face in the second period. That hit with a black eye. He took a shot in the arm of his own player in the third period. That's what had him miss the final few minutes of that game.
Set it up. That's it. That's it.
Chara shoulders Nelson. Puck comes away. Lifted out to center ice.
Offside, it looked like.
Iconic. Long range from Mayfield came into play there. And it back to Brendan Dillon. On now from Ponick.
Death will be freezing, yeah, you were my
Joe with Wallstrom and Komarov. Line next up is Barry Trump. He wraps up there with Ponick. Comes away.
Come on, Ollie. Ollie Wally. That's literally his name.
Everybody has a smile on his face after the game. Makes that first goal in the NHL a little easier to celebrate. Right now his team needs a couple more. Get even with the Capitals. Gone to overtime in 4 of their first 7 games. It was nearly 5 of 7. Looking for the last minute heroics of Justin Schultz against the Islanders in the opening game of the set. Now feeds it out to the line. Van Riemsdyk wraps it back around. Hagelin couldn't get there. Siegenthaler let it go. Right near that blue line at the way. Anders Lee got involved and now it's down. Van Riemsdyk to Nick Down.
They can't even do anything.
Right at Huntsville, Alabama. Off the glass, courtesy of Hathaway. Green. Hard around. Lee was knocked down by Van Riemsdyk. Thompson trying to juggle a bouncing puck. Has to come back for it. And they'll use the end wall. Get it away from Hathaway and Andy Green. Give it back. 21-year-old.
You can see the Washington Capitals are a little more conservative than they were in the second period. Their forecheck is not quite as aggressive, Brendan.
Different type of hockey game now.
Well, you have a 2-goal lead. Now you want to force the Islanders to go 200 feet.
We need a power play or something.
Make it work for every goal.
Matt Martin got flooded up working on Scarbosa. Instead, it's pushed past Pellet by Sprong. And he carves through the
go.
Pull up center. Martin couldn't help it along. Sharma will play keep away with a pass to Brendan Dillon. Four minutes in. Trying to generate something offensive. Haven't done much in that regard since the first period. Crowd shot 14-9 in the second.
Washington Capitals have done a good job of spreading out the Islanders in the defensive zone. They force the Islanders to play one-on-one hockey. Easy exits for the Capitals so far.
They're not scoring 2 more goals.
Continues his scoring streak.
3 is the Islanders' max, bro.
Goal and an assist. Points in 5 straight games now for John Carlson.
Well, in many ways, there's a lot of things about this Capital team that's still very much of a Barry Trotz team. Barry Trotz winning the Stanley Cup with a lot of the guys that are still there. Of course, certainly, they know how to play defensive hockey. They know how to shut it down. And we've seen a little bit of this in the first 5 minutes where the Islanders are having trouble getting anything going, getting any goals on time. And certainly, Charlie knows all about defensive hockey and pressure situations. So, years ago, it was going to make it very difficult for the Islanders to get off them.
Here's Panago, left side for Green. Green takes the shot, kicked away by Vanacek. And Now Riemsdyk moves it up the wall. Here's Oshie. Room for Connor Sherry. Trying to sniff out a hat trick here in the third period. Sherry scoring twice in just over a minute. On back-to-back shifts in the second period, this one winds up off Komarov's stick and in the Islander bench.
And both of them, you could say, is goal scorer's goal. I mean, the spinorama, find the net. I like to say the net never moves, so you know where it is, Brendan, and he did a good job of spinning around off the post, and then the deflection was really a thing of beauty as he was able to track that puck and deflect it back towards the net. That is not easy to do. It's not luck. It's luck maybe that it doesn't hit the goaltender, but to get it to go back towards the net is not luck. It's good hand-eye coordination, and those are things you practice.
Flown in by Hathaway. Back spin sets up for Pellick. Pollock just waves it around. Everly, it cost him as soon as he touched the puck, and it's back in the possession of the Caps defense. Carlson, Zdeno Chara, 43-year-old Chara, still playing more than 20 minutes a night for the Washington Capitals. Long ahead for Anders Lee.
God, they can't do anything.
Carlson. And now Chara has to keep it away from Barzal and does. Fumbled by Dowd. Give it back off of Carlson.
Sam, you have to look at the Caps.
And put it in the direction of Dowd. Everly. Now the exit from the Caps bench in the middle of a messy change, but they had too few instead of too many, so it wound up okay.
Now you can see what's going on with the Caps defense. The Lions are playing a 1-2-2. So the Caps know there's no pressure like a defenseman with the puck. He can use his partner. I wouldn't be surprised to see if Barry goes into a 2-1-2 where he puts more pressure on the defense and forces them to go up ice with the puck. Islanders aren't getting much pressure going thus far.
Oh my God.
This one kicked out right to Strong, driving wide on Letty.
Thank you, Letty.
Taken out by Letty. And he avoids Scarbosa, now room to skate for the Islander puck transport. Move to Bailey. Bailey for Lee. Lee, or excuse me, Matt Martin fumbled it in the slot.
Yeah, it was in his feet, kind of. A little better pass, able to get a shot away, but good job by Nick Letty to get up the ice.
There's a shot from the wall coming from Kiefer Bellows. That is hung on to by Vitek Vanacek. Isles can't break through here in the third. So
between us, we've been practicing law for over 30 years. But when we created Lursa Goldberg, we had no idea the impact our partnership would have on our clients' lives and their cases.
It truly has been remarkable how combining our individual experiences has influenced our results. Please, before you choose your injury law firm, visit our website, lawpoweredbywomen.com. Lursa Goldberg Injury Law. Law powered by women.
I want you to know that I'm never leaving, cause I'm Mr. Snow. Till death will be freezing, yeah, you are my home for all seasons.
A try Acura. This is the goal for Garnet Hathaway. That tied the score at 3.
That looked more like a Tom Brady pass down the deep end of the field. There's a little flip pass by Hagelin, and Hathaway gets that shot away, and that really is the goal that kind of turned things around for the Washington Capitals. And Isles still had a 1-goal lead, and that was a softie by Varlamov, who obviously has been off to a good start this season, but that was not his best effort there.
Yeah, speaking of his start, his goals against average went from .93 to 1.94 in the second period. Green with a shot that missed the net wide. They kicked all the way back in the other end.
Yeah, I always say defensemen on those opportunities, they have to hit the net. Force the goaltender to make the save. More importantly, there might be a rebound. When you miss the net, there's nothing there for anybody to follow up except for to go back and get it.
God, get control of the fucking puck, bro. Ugh! Come on.
You've heard that saying a whole lot of times.
They literally, they can't even get the puck.
He's 6 feet 9 inches tall, and at some point you do need special authorization from the NHL to put an extension that will stick longer. And obviously they base that on your size, whether or not it's necessary. You wouldn't be allowed to play with the AHL, or would you be able to?
Well, this stick breaks in half. That would be perfect for me.
Hathaway has an escape. Give it off for down. Back around for Charles Henry. Pressure up the wall. Everly takes the hit, but got the puck out in the zone. Secure there by Brendan Dillon.
That's exactly what Dallas Lions supposed to do. Brown playing the offensive zone, hang in the Barzell line. Long enough so they change.
Adam Bellick throws it in. Touched by the glove.
Come on, Barzy.
Shielded from Barzell. And now McLeod has to catch that one in the neutral zone. Barzell carries it in. Has Komarov breaking. Didn't feel the pressure from Connor.
Yeah, that's what you get for having fucking Komarov play with Matt fucking Barzell.
Alstrom stole it away for the Islanders center ice. And Oliver Alstrom smacks her out of the boards. Alstrom made his NHL debut last year on October 14th. He played 9 games, did not record a point. But here in what is his season debut in his 10th career NHL game, he got a fortunate bounce. And his first goal in the National Hockey League. Matt Jones for Alstrom goes through. Matt Martin. Tables by Siegenthaler. And by Van Riemsdyk. Mayfield kept it in for a moment, but it caroms off of the leg of TJ Oshie.
So much pain.
Letty's lead pass for Matt Martin. Martin lines up Siegenthaler. Puck was available.
At least you can see them pushing now. Jesus.
And the work of this Zizekas. Clutterbuck. Zizekas who hooked up on the second goal for the Islanders tonight. Reverse course, Andy Green pitches in from the line. Now Oshie run off by Zizekas. Clutterbuck takes it, shields the puck.
Trip?
Play continues. Now goes Clutterbuck again. We'll take Oshie with him that time.
Good hard working trip though by the Zizekas line and made the entire ship. It's more like
get it out, Bellows.
Bring to the table more often than not. They draw penalty though, Brendan. So many times they draw penalties when they spend time in the offensive zone.
Islanders play half the third period without getting any closer to the Washington Capitals. Islanders will finish the road trip with a couple of games on the weekend against the Philadelphia Flyers, and we keep saying the Islanders and Caps play back-to-back, the Rangers back-to-back. They haven't actually played on back-to-back days. They will this weekend against Philly.
That will not be an easy deal for the Flyers.
Earn up to 2% cash back on purchases, whether you're redeeming
They certainly are.
or not.
The Washington Capitals are in first place in the Mass Mutual East Division. And it's an 8-team division. The Islanders are right now in 7th place. The only team off to a worse start than the Islanders is the New York Rangers, who have started the season 1-4-1. But the Flyers, who many expect to be up near the top of most of the division, coming into play tonight, Boston, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, all with 9 points, all trailing the Capitals by 2 points in the standings.
And you don't want to have to try and play catch-up hockey. Only 4 teams making the playoffs, but the road toward the 6 teams are behind.
One winds up behind the net, Ryan Pulock. And this is game 7 of 56 during the regular season before the Islanders. Game 2 of 5 between the Islanders and Caps.
Just rip it.
That shot was tipped by Everly, but not on net.
When's the last time they even had a shot on goal? I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Plenty of blast and a blocker save made by Vanacek.
Anders Lee couldn't get there quick enough to get him going. Put the screenshot of the reflection.
This is not to say that the Buffalo Sabres are not a good hockey team or that the Sabres won't be involved in the playoffs when all is said and done. But what you can say is this is Brett Pricing against the Washington Capitals, is that the Capitals played 4 of their first 6 games against the Buffalo Sabres. It was 4 of the 8 times they'll play the season game in the first 6 games of the season for them. So they haven't really experienced, other than the Sabres and now the Islanders, much else around the East. They haven't seen Boston, they haven't seen Philadelphia, they haven't seen, the Pittsburgh Penguins. So they're going to be.
Folks like Bernie, please stop moving. I'm resting.
As well, and they're off to a hot start.
Well, you want to get out of the game.
Hey!
It's a lot easier to play when people are chasing you.
Right now, everyone's chasing the Washington Capitals, including the Isles here tonight, down by 2.
That one counts. Is that the expression of a kid who just scored his first? You'll remember that forever. Look at the arms up. Yeah, baby. You can't count us out, Sam. Passionate celebration. Hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com. The largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere. Every NHL team and all the players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com. A Fanatics experience.
Welcome to the Disney Bundle, where Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus come to life on all your screens. Hulu Originals, Disney Hits, and must-see sports. With Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, get the Disney Bundle for only $12.99 a month.
Sullivan Players brought to you by Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, where Long Island wins, and Zdeno Chara, a goal and an assist. His first points, or his first goal, I should say, as a Washington Capital. And he's playing as much as anybody, a regular shift for Big Z.
Well, if there's anybody that's all in every game, it's Big Z, and you can see how comfortable he is with his new teammates. He's telling them where he wants to go, so he's not the captain, but he's taking some leadership on the ice. So he's got more experience than anybody on the ice. So he's involved. He's ready to go. He's committed, or he's all in.
Bernie.
See the Capitals bench under the direction now of Peter Laviolette, who took over from Todd Reardon at the end of last season. And you can already see some of the tangible differences in the team with a bunch of the same personnel.
A lot more active defense. And see the neutral zone a little different, less aggressive, Brendan, and he's got his line set up a little different. Well, now where he has.
I almost don't want them to score 1 more because then I'm going to get my hopes up.
This one is punched ahead by Keith Bellows with a hand pass. If anybody in a white jersey other than Bellows touched it, but it was played by the Capitals, so play continues. And here's Nelson for Bellows, opens up with a shot that's blocked by Wilson down on the knee.
I like Bellows with Bailey and Nelson.
Chara with a hand pass back to himself. It's free, and Van Riemsdyk hit by Bellows. Bailey's locked up. Chara fluttered it ahead for a run. I give it that.
They've been awful ever since the first period.
That one nearly taken out of the air by Nelson. Instead, it hangs back for Chara, and you can see the Washington Capitals are giving the Islanders a taste of their own medicine, trying to lock this down here in the third period. They have not given them much. But here's an opportunity for lead escape. Closed off by Carlson in a hurry. Here's Pelech with a one-timer from range. Clean line of sight for Vitek Vanacek. And he'll hang on. Well, there you see Weitzman, Julian Fournier. We were watching him have a conversation with Zdeno Chara. Just dawned on us, how tall is that guy? I mean, Chara's 6'9". Julian Fournier, the linesman, has to be that as well.
He doesn't talk eye to eye with many people, Big C, but those two guys, they were looking each other in the eye, so that's a big call.
There's a blast off of Vanacek and roll.
Oh, now you're gonna push with 6 minutes left in the game?
A good face-off win by Barzal.
Barzal working hard back.
Where's the penalty, bro? That's where I want to know.
Yeah, there you go. And Brendan Dillon will try and get out to center. Penalties in this game, the Islanders are 1 for 2, the Capitals are 1 for 2. Nick Downs lost the glove. He'll stay in the play as Barzal cuts back. Tries to open something up. Barzal, wrist shot, tipped, and it went down low and hit off the pads of Vanacek, who dropped. Now it's Barzal, darting to the net, couldn't take the puck with him. Roll
nice.
On edge, Pollock able to settle it down. Everly to the net. Anders Lee trying to fish it out of the skates and pull it wide. Barzal after it. Out high for Pellick. Pellick for Everly, sharp angle shot. Meanwhile, Lee got tackled there by Carlson, and play continues.
Just as certainly.
It's unreal.
It's very thoughtfully unhappy on the bench as to what's going on in the front of the net. The Capitals seem to be able to do whatever they want to do. And we'll take a little look at some of the Islander opportunities. Ryan Pollock with the bullet. Good save, as you can see. Anders Lee heading towards the net by Vanacek. Don't think that would have been interference, but it might have been close. But watch the front of the net with Anders Lee as he's in front. Picks up the loose puck. Good puck retrieval by the Islanders captain. Well, there's no quit in this team, but again, as you mentioned,
there's plenty of quit, Butch.
Did a pretty good job outside of that last shift of really shutting them down.
Anders Lee has one of the 3 Islander goals tonight. He's playing his 500th game.
You need to keep it moving, Varley.
First Islander skater and the 32nd overall if you include Willie Smith, who appeared in 500 games with the New York Islanders. Wallstrom gets there ahead of Chara.
He missed it.
Left the puck though. Komarov feeds the point. Dobson shot into traffic.
Come on, Leo. Make up for it.
Yeah, good save by Vanacek. He's able to find that puck running through a bunch of legs. He continues to play well for the Capitals.
Disbelief. Disbelief.
Kept it from Sherry. Moved it up the wall. Cizikas for Martin. Flipped it. Siegenthaler nearly had it stolen away.
The puck wasn't even covered. Where's the whistle coming from?
Capitals thought about that contact with the glove hand of Vanacek.
Well, the whistle hadn't blown yet, so Cizikas was just playing the whistle.
And tempers flaring here as Siegenthaler and Count Clutterbuck exchange a few words. Islanders running out of time. There's 4:33
Hi
left.
boys, you look very cute over here. May I come outdoors? Let's fight just like very cute. You like this Blinky right here? You okay? Haven't been out much today, Bart. I guess you are this morning. What, I can't pet you? Baby. Okay, fine. Such a big boy. He's like, I want you to know that I'm better with you. 'Cause Mr. Snow, till then you
And you?
Thank you. Safe, no doubt about it.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Hey, Big Bird.
NHL Tonight on NHL Network. This is clear as day.
What are you gonna do, huh? Attack me?
Where Disney Plus
Jerk.
and ESPN Plus come to life on all your screens. Hulu originals, Disney hits, and must-see
I'm in agony.
Disney Plus.
Agony, I tell ya.
Plus, the Disney bundle for only $7.99 a month.
Reaction on the Islanders post-game show presented by Mercedes-Benz. That is coming up next. Well, it's a different post-game show than we thought we'd be having most likely after the first period.
I thought we'd be all smiles, Brendan. I mean, I like the way the Isles played in the first period. They had good jump. They jumped off to a 3-0 lead, and everything was going really well for them.
All right, please. You scored 2 in 18 seconds in the first. You can score 2 in 4 minutes to force overtime. You can even lose in overtime. I'll give you the pass.
Change something, and we'll have to see if there was any penalties there at all. Apparently, Dean's a little upset at Casey Cizikas. I would say that would be a mismatch, Brendan, if the two of them went at it.
Matt Martin did his best to get in between.
Yes.
There's only so much you can do with a 6'9" Zdeno Chara.
Yeah, absolutely. So seemingly, the Caps want to stay on the penalty box. They don't want to play 4-on-4. They want to play 5-on-5 and have no more open space.
I work with a guy that's taller than Chara.
No harm, no foul on that little bunch of incidents.
4.5 to go. It's a 5-3 lead for the Washington Capitals.
Where's the icing?
After the Islanders led in this game.
Okay.
After one. Bailey ahead for Bellows.
Come on, Kiefer.
Bellows takes the shot and it glanced off the mask of Vanacek, who ducked his head to intentionally make sure that one didn't glance over the top.
Got a lot on it, that Bellows was shooting between the legs of Chara, which is not easy to do because of that long stick there.
It's cold out.
Deflect a lot of pucks or poke checker. You can see the experience with Chara, never rushes off into any position. Able to apply it back to touchdown when he needs to.
Big stretch, Bernie. Big stretch.
On top of Edwards, Barry Trotz was asked about both Bellows and Oliver Wahlstrom. And he had a similar thing to say about both of them as this one lines up on the bench, and that was the fact that the way they shoot the puck, there is score goals in the National Hockey League at those books with their Keith Bellows.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Work to get themselves in a good spot. If you look at the 500 club.
With the newest member, Anders Lee, there at the end, but Bailey Martin, Nelson Cizikas, and Lee, these are 500 games specifically with the New York Islanders. First time since the end of the 85-86 season, the Islanders dressed 5 skaters with at least 500 games of Islanders experience that night. It was Potvin, Gillies, Trottier, Bourne, and Bossy.
And some good players there.
Al Arbour was on the bench.
Yeah.
The final regular season game of his first tenure. It's also the final regular season game of both Gillies and Bourne with the Isles. Casey Cizikas with the puck. All the way around the boards. Noah Thompson. Can't come on with it. It's Brendan Dillon instead. DJ Oshie. Just chips it off into the corner. You see the shots there. Cizikas got a run down. Was that Tom Olsen? Nope, it was Connick. And here comes Pajot as Cizikas is shaken up.
Penalty, or how about giving us a 5-minute major?
Came in pretty hard.
2 minutes for interference. Well, if they're gonna do it.
Short while. Connick Harding on the forecheck.
Casey.
A little shook up there.
We literally can't lose anybody else. I mean, I guess if it's Casey, they could bring up Koivula.
If it's as simple as a 2-minute minor. Cizikas is
he's hurting a little bit.
Washington Valley number 14, 2 interference.
2-minute minor for interference. Let's see if it was Connick, it was an edge, it was a combination. He was on his way.
That's too okay. Komarov's penalty the other night was definitely a boarding penalty. 2 or 5 it could have gone. I think it probably leaned towards 2. That's a 5-minute boarding penalty. But okay.
Connick didn't really hit him that hard. It was just an awkward fall.
It's an awkward fall.
No, exactly.
I'm probably just a little bitter.
You see Cizikas said, you went back to the bench. That's a good sign for the Islanders that they won't be something long term. Bobby Lett doesn't like the call, but it'll be an Islander power play with a chance to get a little bit closer here in the final minutes.
Well, this is huge right now.
They're going to pull the goalie.
They've already got Varlamov off the bench.
Well, they have to score. I like this play. You're down 2 goals. You have a power play. To me, you don't wait.
Empty net coming up. 6-3 Caps final.
Especially when your power play hasn't been all that great, Brendan, over the start of the season. So.
Oh, they didn't win the faceoff.
Starts with a Capitals clear, and again, with Allen, the goaltender in there, and with Caps being shorthanded, there's no fear of icing to shoot for that empty net. That's the one risk you take by pulling the goalie here on the power play.
And Hagelin had a lot more time than he should have off that face-off.
Good stick that time by Dow, kept Barzell from getting set up in the offensive zone. Third power play of the game. Islanders are 1 for 2. They got an Anders Lee goal back in the first. On the man advantage. Eberle offside. Yeah. Took an extra second to get the call.
I can't.
Islanders really struggling to get into the zone and get set up.
Yeah, and that's where the face-off becomes so valuable when they have the opportunity. I mean, you don't have to win it. You just can't lose it. And, you know, you're battling. You get an opportunity to.
I play Varley. Sorokin the next game.
See what happens here.
Off the face-off, it comes over towards Matt Barzell. They get 6 on 4. The Islanders a power play and an empty net. Trying to get within 1 here in the final minutes. Barzell didn't get a lot of room there for Oshie. The pass was out of reach of Eberle. Kept in though at the line. Nice job by Noah Thompson that at least held his own for a moment. Barzell.
You know what? At least with the 24-second loss, 24 seconds left in the game, I only suffered for 24 seconds after.
Islanders haven't had a lot of practice time, so I'm guessing they haven't practiced 6 on 4 a lot.
Dobson shot, big rebound. Barzell dusts it off and takes a look. Lee and Nelson hanging around with that. Pollock moves down for Eberle. Calling for it was Lee. This one elevated. Wilson trying to clear. He goes knee on knee with Pollock. And they'll call a penalty, I believe. But did they get it on Pollock or did they get it on Wilson? They're calling tripping. They called Barzell for a misconduct after Pollock was called for tripping.
And obviously Matt didn't like the call. Let's just see where TV sticks his knee out here. I don't know if that's a good call. He did not stick his knee. He's got his knee going to the left.
He tripped Pollock!
That's not a good call. That's just a collision. Ryan Pollock is hurting more, I think, than Wilson.
I'm in agony.
If you turn your knee out, Brendan, then that's tripping. But not when you're sideways. You didn't stick it out at all in any way, shape, or form. That was just a hockey collision.
So from 6 on 4 to 4 on 4 as Varlamov goes back into the net for the face-off inside the Islanders' end. And no Matt Barzell the rest of the way.
No, so this does not look good for the Islanders. Credit the Caps for doing a really good job in this third period. This was a bit of a push for the Islanders, but overall, Caps played it really well in the third period from a defensive standpoint. They haven't had much to go on.
0 shots in the period for the Caps, but they had a 2-goal lead and they made it work just fine.
Didn't need any more goals, and that's a great concept, and you can learn that one.
Barry Trotz said that on a number of occasions last year, or maybe it was his first year, where he's trying to teach a team that you can win 3-1. It doesn't have to be 5-1.
Yeah.
You got enough goals to win.
I'm good. I'm good. I really don't need to finish it.
So they'll play it out. A minute 10 to go here in the third. Here's Pellick, wristing a shot. That one blocked down the zone. Now we into the final minute. Islanders have the net empty. Make it 5 on 4. Give it up, and Chara will just throw it to center. This is a hand pass. If they touch it, as Pellick got a glove on it. Backstrom waltzes ahead. There's an empty net for Oshie. And Thompson got a piece of it, and that one hit the outside of the goal.
Very unselfish play for Backstrom. He could have shot it himself or allowed TJ Oshie to get the empty net if it was there.
Eberle steals it away. Trying to center. Backstrom in good position. Plays now for Oshie. Wilson will take the empty netter and drill it.
I gotta go.
The Washington Capitals have scored 6 consecutive goals in this one.